I am so sleepy. I could fall asleep at any moment, and that last song nearly put me to sleep. Hi everybody. We have Sleepy D&D today. A little reminder, we do have rules because unfortunately I'm not okay, Tara. I'm not going to be able to pay too much attention to chat as much as I'd like to be able to. But that is okay. I need to update my music thing. I'll do that later because we're using a playlist that one of the players turned me on to. Well, right now we're using League of Legends because League of Legends, but we'll be using a playlist from now on that has non-copyrighted music. I am trying really hard not to be tired, but I realize I have not slept. Hi, Sky. But I realize I have not slept and I have not eaten, so tired is just me to follow. How are you, Scar? I had another one. And there we go, that's awesome. Girl, I am tired. I forgot to swap what scene I was on for that.
Were your college costs not fully covered by federal aid?
Well, that ruined that. Thank you, Spotify. Just what I wanted an ad. I can't. I cannot believe how generous you are to give me an ad right then and there. Fuck. I don't know how many ads I'm gonna be getting. Ooh, laundry. Nice. At least it's getting done. Okay. We're good. trying to like fix up my station and I'm just sitting here with my elbow shoved into a dice. And that's kind of a problem because you shouldn't be shoving your elbow into pointy edged dice. But I never said I was intelligent. It was a little early. Sorry, I'm just on deafening on for the Discord for now. I probably should have waited a little longer. But that's okay. We only have 12 minutes, so my players should be joining soon. Although I know 2 of them are currently in the game. Together. Jolly and I will be. Y'all just froze broke my frame. Okay, that's fine. Isabel's having fun in WWE. Which I class. Oh god, which I am glad. I have notifications everywhere. Oh, wait. I need to open up one more sheet. Where are you? There you are. No. Ow. It hurts. Hi, dear. Welcome. She do be testing music. I'm using, yeah. I recommend going to the playlist and that channel and turn on
Hi.
You're gonna, okay. Look, Tier, I appreciate it, but I am running on no sleep and no food, so you have to wait another day to explain this to me.
Understood, and I will help if necessary, if and when I can.
I appreciate it. I am
Mostly because
like,
I've listened to like half of those songs. Also, man, I can hear my really high quality voice in this stream. It's very disconcerting.
we're just waiting for Jolly's to come in.
We're waiting for his actual connection to function.
Jolly.
I think his connection is being weird in this voice chat specifically.
Jolly.
Can we do this in the other one? I think. Was I right? Were you getting RTC connecting, Jolly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't want me to join it.
What does that mean?
It's
It happens.
Yeah, it's a weird Discord glitch that basically makes it so that certain VCs are like effectively unjoinable. It's like trying to connect you to the voice chat, but it's like failing to do so. And for some reason, with how Discord is laid out or something, I don't know, certain voice chats will have the issue while others won't. So even if you're in the same server, you might not have the issue if you just remove voice chats. I think
Yeah.
it's a server-based thing or something. I'm not sure. Because like the Discord server is having a specific issue with loading certain things or something like that. But like it's not universal across like all of its services. So within like some parts of a server, you might have less issues than in others or something.
I get
Like
what
also,
you're saying, but
but
I
you
feel
also
like I'm listening to it and like through Jello.
well, to be fair, I don't actually understand how it functions. I'm just guessing.
Basically, the way to explain it, some VCs just decide to not work for a day. It
Yeah,
doesn't
well,
matter which one. It's a lottery.
not even a day sometimes. Sometimes it'll only be like for an hour or a
It's
couple
a
of minutes.
gamble. Life's a gamble.
And sometimes just because you saw Jolly was literally connecting and disconnecting and connecting and disconnecting. Sometimes that'll just make it work.
Yeah. Usually it does for me, but this time it just didn't.
In fact, another trick that works, I find when you get the RTC connecting error, if you turn on your camera for literally 1 frame and immediately turn it off, it'll force connect you. I don't know.
Is
I'm
this
not doing that
wrong?
because I'm shirtless.
Oh, this is Lolly Bear.
Fair. But nonetheless, that is something that has worked for me, where I can literally just click the camera and immediately click it again before it actually activates, and it will force connect me if I'm on RTC connecting. I don't know if screen share will also do it.
The
But it may.
bot isn't. I can just drag it, right? And it won't affect all the music. I thought that was the.
No, that's your phone.
That's Jolly's phone!
Incredible.
I know, some kind of jump scare. I'm tired.
Fucking incredible.
It's not incredible, I'm a dipshit.
Oh, this was known, Noah. Also, last time I was here, I was coming back from fucking jury duty.
I will pass up some point, don't worry, Star. Wait, what about jury duty? Did you say last time we were here you were leaving, you just come from jury duty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really funny. Because I really didn't know what was going on, and I just started casting spells.
I mean, it worked.
It definitely did work, because we had very tanky enemies that had really low wisdom scores.
Yeah. I like rolling for the enemies stuff.
It's fun.
Like, I get why you don't want to do it, or why some people don't want to do it. I enjoy having that bit of creative freedom of saying, no, this is going to be stronger, F you.
I mean, eventually in my campaign, I'm just gonna figure out what the higher hypothetical potential is for HP levels, and just start giving them to lower level enemies to make it so that you guys don't just one-shot everything that's weak, and you have to actually make 2 attacks sometimes.
Oh, here's the thing. I don't do much damage. Full stop.
Right, but everyone else does. You're also not meant to do damage, Mela.
If I wanted to, I could.
Yeah, you have fucking dissonant whispers and shit.
What are we talking about?
I was saying that something I might do in my campaign later is like just give enemies the maximum amount of HP that they can have.
You know what I'm gonna do, Tier? I'm gonna become the U.S. Air Force.
Like, for example, bandits have an average 11 HP, but their hypothetical average is like 18 or something. Which isn't a lot more, but it's enough more that you won't just one-shot them with a normal attack unless you roll really, really well.
I have a question, and this is just because lack of knowledge of this subclass.
Uh-huh.
What is Death Domain good at, specifically?
Damage.
Oh, well, that explains a lot.
Death Domain is really good at damage. because you can basically twin spell necromancy cantrips, such as Toll the Dead, and you also get Touch of Death, which just does a fuck ton of damage. You ignore all resistance to necrotic damage, and you can just get a lot of really big necrotic damage spells.
The
And a lot of really big necromancy
subclass
spells.
that I am going, I don't remember what it's good at.
For
Stardust. I'm going to look.
I think you were going like a support bait. Hey, it's that thing! Ow, Jesus.
Well, I mean, I haven't made on this Roll20. College of Spirits.
Yeah, which is very supporty. But you also get a lot of other things.
I also apparently get Guiding Bolt.
Yeah,
You should make. You know what? You know what you should do. You should make them a Path of Displaced Barbarian. Whatever we're talking about.
No, I'm not turning Stardust into a barbarian.
Oh, never mind. No, she needs to. She can't be barbarian.
Here's the very, very fun thing about this, is that at some point she's going to use an ability. This is really, really loud, because it's one of those, like, I don't know what it is, but anyway. She's going to use, what's the ability? Tales from the Beyond. There was an ability that, like, oh, Guiding Whispers.
Yeah?
And the way she's going to flavor that is she is just going to focus one of the spirits that she's been hearing from the dead gods for so many years to whisper into somebody's ear and to explain them how to help them with guidance.
Yeah. Me when thousands of dead gods. Yo, that's a harsh noise music reference?
What?
There's an album, or maybe it's a song, but I'm pretty sure it's an album called Thousands of Dead Gods. Which is a harsh noise music project that was created by sampling the sounds of shark cages.
Here, I appreciate it when you teach me things, but I am too stupid.
Loud music, go burr.
Thank you.
You loud music because shark. Next question.
You know, my Mr. Sir Regitas Gagitas is going pretty off.
None of those words are in the Bible.
Where... I should probably clean Isabel. That would be a smart thing.
You wanna know what's funny? You wanna know what's funny, God tier?
Uh-huh.
I went on Rivals of Ether online the other day, because I was like, I might as well try. I found a guy who had Regigigas. So I changed... Yeah, he had the normal form. So I chain grabbed him for an entire stock until 60% and then up smashed him.
The timing, Isabel, the timing. I literally just, wait.
Me when...
Wow. Hey, I can just slowly turn down Spotify.
Yes,
Come
you
over
can.
here.
That's right.
Gosh dang
Now you do the rival.
it. Holy shit, that's loud.
Oh, hey, this song. I like this song.
I didn't like the first one as much. At least not for this. It was too tense sounding.
Yeah, some of those songs in that playlist are really tense. Some are not.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize the song was so loud on Swelly.
I think that was just on your end.
I didn't realize that for some reason Swelly was really loud despite being at maybe 25%.
I have it on 30, and it's not loud at all for me.
My computer settings for sound volumes are different though.
Yeah, but I have ungodly loud speakers to the point that if I play a YouTube video, when my computer's at 30%, you will hear it through my microphone.
It's true, we tested it.
To be fair, I have people who play videos off their phone into their microphone, so like, I'm used to it.
Yeah. Ah, my arm's itching.
Anywho, so welcome back to Planar Whispers, where D&D or ADHD has D&D, and I am tired and mess up my own joke. I am very sad.
Let's go.
In our last session, we had a final trip to leave the town that they had been keeping safeguard in, and meeting an unusual creature surrounded by kind of spider-esque humanoids. After defeating these monstrosities, they were immediately met by a tiefling woman with fairly pale skin, short hair, large horns, and very large wings, and a I couldn't give less of a fuck attitude. After meeting Miss Cameron, they were taken a little further down the line to be taken to what seems to be a battle site of death. An acid pool in the middle that has accidentally made this into a piggy from Angry Birds, which someone was so gracious to draw the eyes on. And that's a phone. That was my phone this time.
I couldn't even hear it this time.
Because the first one wasn't mine. The first one was the job.
I'm aware.
Oh. Whoops, that was a noise from my. I'm sorry. No. Anyway, before I get trolled more, you were then introduced to a elvish-looking woman with vampiric fangs named Ginger, and the two seem to be fairly close friends. You done? Thank you. Anyway, we left off at the starting of food being made. And Miss Isabel, Joyjun is still over there at the now all wrapped up, mummified bodies. What are you doing, my dear?
I think I'm just gonna go back. They and these people have all finished our stuff, so I'm gonna run back.
You can place down your dragon.
I will.
Doesn't seem to be here.
Joyjun speed run.
I just imagine as she approaches, all you hear is click, clack, clack, click, click, clack, clack from the fields.
Yep.
You approach the group some are staring at a robotic snake which is just kind of roaming around. It eats a rock. It then comes over and like opens its mouth again to not regurgitate but like bring out the sediment in a fine powder.
That's terrifying.
Here, what I think you meant to say was...
True. Isn't this a robot snake too?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure I remember correctly.
Cybermilla.
Real and true
Cyber
cyborg Mela
Naga.
alt skin. It's the super form of Mela you unlock by beating the game.
It repeats this process a few times as Miss Camry takes a baggie, well, a vial, for each and looks at them in curiosity. And the first thing out of her mouth is, I wonder how flammable these are.
Wait, are you collecting something from those stones there?
I'm collecting the sediments to find what properties they could be used. After all, minerals exist. We needed to, well, kind of sides eye the vampire who was cooking at the moment with Sylvester. Most of us need it to kind of exist. But there's also some medicinal purposes in some of it. Usually in lotion.
Interesting. I don't know about all these mineral things, but that sounds pretty cool. He gives like a thumbs up, like, yeah, that's cool.
This is the same reason J&J doesn't let me cook. No,
Ah,
the reason I don't let you cook is because, once again, Cameron, you set fire to water. Yes, it was kind of funny. You nearly burnt down a tent. I'm
uh,
failing to see where this isn't funny.
while it is comical, I will admit this is kind of my thing. He's like, yeah, I'm the judge here. I'm the jester. It is. You probably should avoid doing it a second time because you don't want to over repeat your jokes. Then they become stale. He does like that finger wave, like leaning forward very dramatically, like you don't want to do that.
Well, here's the thing. I wasn't trying to be funny. I was trying to cook. And then later on that day, I made a fire that kind of didn't have any notification that it was fire. It was kind of invisible, which was really fun.
That's terrifying.
It is terrifying. Camry is incredibly brilliant, and while she's not unwise, she could not care less. Which is, unfortunately, a problem when it comes to those she's fighting. Because if we need information from them, usually their teeth are knocked in, their tongue is removed, and there's probably a gash in their throat by the time she's done with them.
That is very violent.
She is very violent and she desires to be. Otherwise, she's just kind of a dork. Yeah, that's coming from you. I'm pretty sure you have little trading cards of animals. Well, what's wrong with that? And she holds up. She does, in fact, have this cute little trading card that has like a little teeny tiny shark that is the size of probably the first digit of your finger.
Oh, that's adorable. I love it. I can see why you would have those.
Well, they're not all adorable. Beautiful nature is. And she pulls out one of a haggard looking bear with a huge gash coming from its shoulder. A few weapons, a hook coming out of one of its legs, one of its eyes are scarred over. Um,
Very specific.
well, they were designed by things that we see. And
Oh, right. So you're not trapping them in the cards. Got it.
she kind of leans forward a little bit to look at you. I'm a druid. I wouldn't do that.
I didn't think you would. I don't even know if you can do that.
Tamara just raises her hand a bit. I could probably figure it out.
That's terrifying.
I mean, making it into a pocket dimension's not that hard. After all, bag of holding exists.
Listen, you're saying a whole lot of words. I don't know where I'm going with this point.
Camry stuffs her club into the ground and just leans forward. I can't tell if you're intimidated or you're just really trying to find a joke and are failing.
Yes.
Camry, leave him alone. Fine. Killed Camry.
Incredible. Let me type a sentence now for my notes.
Sylvester.
Yeah?
Gingy hands over a freshly killed, probably just before Camry went to get y'all, entire leg and technically the thigh of what looks like to be a deer. I am not good at removing bones. Would you mind taking care of this for me?
Oh, what was that last part?
She asked if you wouldn't mind taking care of it for her to remove the bones.
Alright. In that case, he just kind of looks at her, looks at the deer, kind of doing that whole inspecting thing where they hold it above their head, looking at the joint, seeing if the bone is sharded in. Is it like a clean cut, or is it like splintered into the meat?
From this particular one, it's actually... Okay, I don't know if you've ever seen people at a deli, specifically for bigger hunks of meat, work around bones and how they can kind of cut just between the joint and the bone itself.
Oh, it's okay. I've seen the video of somebody butchering a deer in front of vegan protesters.
Oh. Anyway, it's beautifully cut. This particular part of the deer does not look harmed. You imagine if the Janji was the one to kill it, she probably went for the chest. If it was the minorly enigmatic clubbed woman, you imagine that thing's face is beyond repair.
Yeah, I could probably get the bone out. It'll take me just a wee bit, but should be no problem. Which I assume is survival.
With advantage. She is going to help. No, you didn't even
Oh,
need
I
it,
need
yeah.
to.
You're able to expertly open up. It wasn't hard to get it open along the bone, but that's because deer legs are very agile. Finding the bone is not hard. Getting every good bit of meat off is the difficult part considering how thin it is. And even with or without Janky's help, you're able to get almost all the best bits of the meat off of it. Of course, there's some smaller bits of bones from, the lower part of the deer around the elbow and such that take a little bit longer, but this is not your first time dealing with an animal and deboning. You've done this plenty of times when you've cooked on your own, and you're able to get all of the bones right out. And she very gently looks at the bones, looks over to Camry, who then takes the bones and, in a rather easy motion, she lifts up her leg and just crack, and hands it back to Janky, who gets out a very long spoon and begins digging out the marrow.
Ah, nice. She knows the secrets of breaking bones. And getting the marrow.
Camry knows how to break the bones. Jangy just knows how to cook. And she is aware that marrow is a very rich flavor, and considering she seems to be mixing it with some melted butter, you imagine it's going to be used on the deer itself. Or
Yeah.
maybe some veggies as a frying mechanism.
Hell yeah, meat and butter.
Exactly.
He's just pretty much going to, because I imagine he's got meat all over his palm now. Because he pretty much had
You
to,
have. It's more lean
like, bits and
fat
pieces.
and blood. But yes.
In that case, he's just going to, like, try to not ball it up, rather wipe it off onto, like, one finger and offer it to, Chicken Sandwich, who I know is a fat fucking probably just bites my finger.
The chicken sandwich looks to you, looks at it, and actually instead goes into more of a grooming situation where she starts licking it and then puts her entire arm over your wrist and tries to pin you down for her to continue grooming her hand.
He was gonna resist, but at this point he's just kind of like, okay, sure, you can do it. And just kind of pets down her back and head as she does. Kind of just listening to any conversation that's going on during this.
Camry is going to lean forward on her weapon. She's going to look over to you, Georgian.
Hmm.
She just kind of leans in. You've got magic about you. And you've got a fucking dragon that, if my research is correct, it's related to the fucking god. Want to talk about that?
Oh, you noticed that? Yes, she's quite cute, isn't she?
She then points to J&G, who just raises her hand. Technically, I noticed it. Camry isn't always the most perceptive. What she is good at is making love. And J&G stands up as she goes over to grab some herbs in her bag over here. She's very good at fighting. She is a very good protector, but if anything more, you'll have a harder time finding someone too much smarter than you. But yes, we are very well aware of it. Your pet? Question mark? Please?
I've been referring to her as my child, but, I'm obviously not the mother. Well, to some regard. You don't choose family. The magic, on the other hand, I am not entirely sure. Though I have always had lineage magic, the more druidic stuff, and my able to focus in on particular enemies is new to me. It's quite confusing, though I'm not against it. It's quite fun.
Very interesting. It is unusual. We have met our fair share of infernos. Camry, of course, being one. Camry just kind of puts her pointer and middle finger up to her eyebrow and just kind of makes a, as she then pushes them out from her eyebrow. And, well, none of them have the ability to self-manipulate, if you will.
Yes, my lineage, we come from a line of succubi, incubi, very, how do I put it? People who toy with emotions, I guess. My curse is that I take on the form of what you most desire. So, if I'm looking particularly attractive to you, don't worry, it's what I have to do. Blame my father.
And Dainty just kind of looks down at her hands like, And she looks at you very confused. Can I ask why your shape keeps changing for me? You're welcome to do an insight check on that to figure that.
Yeah.
That was so fast.
Fucking.
Oh, that was jolly.
Yeah.
I thought it was a roll. I was like, damn, Izza.
Shit. 7.
She's not hard to read with this. I'm
Oh.
going to tell you now. She has, and especially with your passive perception and her not trying to hide it, she has looked between all of you very intently into detail. And this would not be your first time seeing this situation happen. You get the feeling there's no one type of person that physically she is interested in. It is very much purely about the heart behind the skin. Everything else does not matter.
She is pansexual.
She is very
Pansexual?
pansexual and very innocent in her image of love and interest.
She's precious, Babu.
So much so, Isabel, that while it's meant to elicit a more primal sexual desire, it doesn't not affect her, but it almost seems like it's not getting near the same result. For whatever reason being of on her end.
Well, I've only seen this quite a few times. Usually who people see me only see one. Don't be afraid though. Doesn't make you strange or anything. It just means that you've got a strong mind and a strong heart. You're accepting and quite lovely, I already can tell. Your perception on people is pure, and, well, if anyone was to have you, they'd be one of the most blessed people on all this land.
She just kind of stops and thinks, taking it in, while Camry quite literally takes her weapon, not looking to hurt her, and just leaves a bonk on the top of her head. No! In short, Jane, for like 5 minutes, please accept that you're like, I don't know, special, unique. I don't know. Pick a loving word. And if I do not? Are you really going to do this? We've had this fight. I will do it again. Yes, here's the difference, Cameron. I can outrun you. We are not children anymore. Camry she gets that look of, oh, are you kidding me? You know what? Very slowly she sneezes and then both of her middle fingers go up.
Bless you.
Based.
Thanks. Dainty just has this tiny little grin.
You know, I see a lot of you in myself. It's quite adorable. Though, the polar opposite, I've got my eyes on one specific person right now. You'll find your person. Or you'll find your snake. Curious. Hello.
Oh, sorry. This has been off handling things. This is my companion.
Oh, charming.
I'm going to hide behind her and peek out behind her as I see Snake.
Oh, no. Okay, this is going to sound a little weird. But this is my mother. She is in snake form while her body is elsewhere. We found a way to connect my companion from druidic uses and her mind.
How curious. So, if I were to speak to her, I'd be speaking directly to your mother.
Well, my adopted mother.
Well, again, you choose family. You choose family, darling. You call mother whoever you want to call mother. I assure you, I've been called mother many a times before my child came to me. But that's a story for another time.
Camry chuckles and goes, Are we talking Dommy Mommy vibes or like?
Look, darling, I've worked in the brothel. I know how this shit goes. Sorry for swearing. Professionalism.
She leans forward and goes, "That's hot."
I know I am. Blame my father.
Although, yes, I am one of the people that did that thing that she has just mentioned. Somebody like beats around and just waves his hand.
I just like use my tail and just as my tail split, I just snap in the air with my tail, just like a fucking whip.
He like dramatically like moves back.
Camry is losing her shit at this point. She finds this hysterical. Janji is watching this with the most confused face of "I don't get it."
I don't know,
And
darling.
that's not the kind of tale I'm interested in.
Oh, darling, you've had this tail more times than you can count on. I know you're looking. Passive perception, darling. Passive perception.
I don't have that.
I
My ass
do.
blocks my vision.
I believe I have expertise. Yes, I do.
I'm
So.
only proficient in it, but I have a low wisdom score.
Janji holds out a picture for you to look at.
What is this, darling?
It's usually easier for people to speak to my mother, knowing what she looks like so they can have an idea of, well, what's that? And the picture she has is of a woman with heavily mixture if you look in important character images.
Yes.
Her
Is
wings.
she pretty?
She's very pretty. She has very large. The picture doesn't show well, but she has very large wings that, though are feathered, you see areas of scales around her back. And then
Okay.
on her chest, around the necklace piece, are golden scales.
Oh, wow.
She is half something, half dragonborn.
Wow.
What is she, an angel dragon?
Well, yes, she is a Azamon dragonborn.
Oh, that makes sense. I
Wow.
I see.
Then my theory is correct. All Azamars are beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen a singular ugly one. They're all gorgeous.
Can't
Well, I
really.
mean that.
Hmm?
That makes sense. I mean, have you seen? I mean, if you think about it, the gods are basically perfect beings. So anything that would be associated with gods or angels would thereby have to have a more ideal aesthetic.
Both girls immediately start shaking their heads at the words perfect beings.
Well, at least some of them. I don't know. I've only talked to one.
Gods are not near perfect beings, nor were the Titans. It's the primordials you need to be concerned about.
I don't know. The one I talked to was pretty nice.
The concept of perfection is really in the eye of the beholder. There's what some may deem as perfection may seem as incomplete. It's really subjective.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I've seen a lot of things that I consider meh, while other people can't stop talking about them.
Exactly. And every time that I've witnessed the visage of the Sky Mother, all I've been able to think of is the fact that, well, she's beautiful beyond compare. Just like the night, you could say. I should probably write a poem in her honor or something.
If that's what you think will work.
Wait. Back up the train here. What primordial are you talking about?
Oh, Nyx, of course. The
Oh,
Sky.
okay.
She's nice.
She
The
looks.
train back up?
Yeah, it was going all chugga, 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 chugga. He just starts mimicking a train.
The
What's a
snake
tray?
lifts her head and looks at you, Sarmenti. And in your mind, you hear, "Calm your energy, small child."
He just instantly sobers, like, sorry. And just looks at the ground looking very dejected.
The head goes back to resting on Dangy's lap as she and Sylvester are cutting into the meat. Honestly, she's probably handed the meat over to you. She kind of feels uncomfortable with cutting meat or anything to do with it, really, as you see her kind of trying not to be right next to it. But her skills with a knife for veggies is quite good.
Yeah, he's just kind of passively cutting, dishing out, and preparing the meat. At this point, second nature to him.
Absolutely. We'll get to cooking it in just a minute. But Camry kind of looks over to you three and goes, "Okay, so you've talked to the fucking primordial deity thing of the night.
Yeah.
You have a dragon of a god, a baby." She
Of
turns to
course.
you, Sylvester. "What sort of mystical bullshit are you bringing? And take bullshit lovingly."
Well, I'm not going to say something completely similar to the point of being exact happened, but, well, it kind of happened to all three of us, to be honest. I find that whenever I get angry, some random bullshit happens. I can't control it, but it comes in handy. I can almost control it. Hold on. And he just kind of pokes a claw out, and he really tries to focus it. Think about your neighbors. Think about how annoying they are. And all of a sudden, fucking, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, what's that? Let's
Nice.
see.
I know what that one is.
Yeah, as he does that, a bolt of light shoots from his fingertip, and it shoots at the person that I'm pointing at, the person who inquired. I think it was this girl, right?
Yeah?
And pretty much for a few seconds, it just like kind of flashes in her eyes. It doesn't blind her like the actual effect because obviously I'm not using it. Like just a flash of light comes out of his fingertip directly at her.
So it's like a torch.
Yeah. Normally it would cause radiant damage and blind her, but I'm not going to do that because I'm a nice person, I swear.
Mm.
And yeah, after he does that, he just kind of cycles through them like, you see, I can't control any of this, but it just kind of comes out ever since then. It was really an interesting situation that happened. I can't really explain it. I almost feel like it was a dream. But no, definitely not.
Oh. I know what you're talking about now.
Do you now?
Jamie. They're
I
like
feel like
that.
everybody else does.
No, most of the people you meet on anywhere but from where we're. I wouldn't say from, but where we've been. They're not gonna know a damn thing. Janie, I'm gonna go get Svas, okay? What do we need Svas for? She just sits there and looks at her. Because if anyone's going to make sense of this shit, it's gonna be Svaz. The one person I've met, second person I've met who's smarter than me. Ayo, I'll be back. She just starts leaving up here.
Bye-bye.
She's hot.
We're all hot.
Oh shit, I said that out loud.
Yeah.
Camry is very beautiful. Even as a child, she was very beautiful. Her mother was also considered to be very attractive, but it's
But
she kind of left with a circus, and they're not good. And I don't mean they lack talent. I mean it's very sexual. And then
Ah,
at the end, the entire place minus the performers are killed.
oh,
It's
charming.
It's horrifying to be around when all you smell is blood. And she kind of, the bunny rabbit twitch of a nose?
Hmm.
Yes.
That is effectively what she does.
I know, because I have a bunny.
You do.
Rabbit.
Finley is going
Wabbit.
crazy, and that's a problem.
And like,
Oh, my sister arrived home, that's why.
Ah, that makes sense.
I should probably warn you about Svath.
Hmm?
He's not a well-respected race on the material plane
Uh-huh.
at all. Um, do any of you know what a mind flare is?
I don't know. Do I know what a mind flayer is?
History check.
oh boy.
I
Oh,
don't
I
know.
know what a mind flayer is.
History check.
Motherfucker.
18. I have
Uh,
a score.
now let me show you how it's
Ignore what
done.
I'm
You see?
placing down.
Oh my god, I got less than a nat 1.
Yeah.
Jojen,
Yeah.
Camry is genuinely really hot. And she walks with
She
a
is.
full body saunter.
Sorry, what were you asking? I was staring at your friend's ass. I mean, yeah, fillet whatever you said. Mm-hmm.
Sylvester.
I swear to god, if you say the same thing.
No. You are more entranced by the fairly expert cutting of the food that you are currently doing. You are getting the meat into almost pork belly cuts, and they're all equal. It isn't until she kind of goes, Mr. Sylvester, is everything okay?
Aha! Oh, that's almost a record for how fast I chopped that. I'm great. What's on?
What was that last bit?
Oh, I'm sorry, what's going on?
She kind of gets this really tiny little smile, and she just. Sarmenti,
Yeah.
you are much more well learned than people take you for because of the whole jester.
Yeah.
You are aware what mind flayers are, and I don't feel like I need to explain them to you, dear.
Yeah.
I think you should. I think you should give the entire explanation and lore starting from the top of the Wikipedia.
No.
I think I'm gonna introduce my knowledge of this with an impromptu joke. I'm like, and so somebody will go, "Oh yeah, mind flayers. Yeah, that actually reminds me of an old joke about a mind flayer walking into a bar. I don't remember how it ends though.
I must
Pretty
have
sure there's
heard.
some tadpoles or something. But yes, I'm familiar.
Well, he's not a full mind flayer. He's an Alhoon.
Oh, isn't that the undead ones or the magic-y ones? I don't remember which ones those are. Off the
Undead.
top of my head. Right. They do magic and they're undead. They're like liches, sort of, I think.
As you're saying that, you hear a voice enter your head as Camry just looks it over because she's curious what's going on. A voice comes as a male with almost ghostly gray-brown skin becomes walking over. His eyes are pure dark gray, almost black, with his tendrils hanging down from his face. He's fairly well dressed. He's in no suit and tie or whatever the medieval form of that would be. But
Yeah.
he definitely looks like a scholar. Definitely magic of sorts, as he keeps a distance and just looks amongst each of you. To you, Sarmenti. It depends on who you speak to. We can go into barbaric rage if we so desire, or we can simply mess with your mind until you're nothing but a pool of your own love.
Well, listen, you're not speaking because you're doing telepathic stuff. So technically, I'm not speaking to you, am I, buddy? But yeah, I get your point. They're all different. I'm just speaking in generalities here.
He looks at you with a very judgmental, not glare, and not really a stare, but kind of in between a like, uh-huh.
A sneer.
There you go, thank you, a sneer. Right. He then connects to everyone else. I was brought here by Cameron. For what information are you looking?
It's a good question.
They
Well,
go on, sorry.
you good? Oh my god, I see what you mean. I was just like trying to remember everything about Calhoun so I could like try to describe it accurately, and I just saw like cool art of one of them holding an axe. I'm like, god damn, that looks cool.
Camry explained it had something to do with meeting Nyx and her dragon children.
Yeah, we did do that. Well, we all met the dragons. I'm the only one that has spoken directly to Nyx. I feel like I should have had a title there. Is it disrespectful if I don't? I don't know. I'm kind of new to all this shit. Point is, yeah, we've all talked to the dragons in question.
Right. I see this. You are one of the few who have, I wouldn't say have been fated, because fate is nothing to this world. We create it, we make it, we change it. Bet you were lucky enough to get to meet. His eyes almost flash with an arcane light. The council. It is rare that the council desires to speak to all. Not unheard of. And he kind of starts counting on his fingers for a moment. I'd say in the past century, no more than 1,000 would be a rough estimate. So, of whom spoke to whom?
Fuck all the names. Let me check my things so I can say this in character, because I would know this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me check my notes. Yeah. I talked to Nortali. Of course. It kind of makes sense, I guess.
Miss Nortali, Dragon of Nocturne.
Correct.
Intelligence.
Yep.
And she spoke to you.
That's right.
Miss Nortali must have a great sense of humor if she conducted you to being something worth her time.
Hey, come on, pal. It's not all static up in here. There's a lot more crawling around this little leg of mine than... He does that little, like, head tap with a forefinger, like, yeah, I'm smart. I'm gonna act like a dumbass, but I'm smart
As
sometimes.
you continue to rant, you hear a beak slam shut from him.
Beak.
Shall we move on? Long-winded one. He turns his eyes to you, Georgian. He looks at your child. He tilts his head very slowly. I do not need to ask of which God has spoken to you. Ija, the dragon of wisdom and humanity. You must be somewhat of a people's person then.
I know my way around people, yes, but never had any prior connection to dragons or gods for that matter, so I'm still learning.
I wouldn't open your mind up too much to the gods right now. Much is happening, and none of it is good. There's a look on. Your passive perception's really high, ain't it?
17.
Yeah. There's a look on Jandy's face where her ears kind of tilt backwards a bit, and she looks to the side with a look of just discomfort and maybe a tad bit of sadness.
Can I insight check why?
Yes, but I need you to make me a perception check with it first.
Okay. Perception 17.
On
Passive.
Janji are currently two separate holy symbols. And just so that I remember them correctly, because I am always scatterbrained. And then to double check, okay, I was right. Now I just have to spell it correctly. Because I need to look up the holy symbol because it's been a while.
Been a while.
It has been.
Bunga.
Bunga bunga.
Boogus boogus.
Can I... Oh, this might be an issue because by technicalities...
Bunga bungus.
Consume the no, I'm not gonna say that.
Say it.
No, it's gross.
Say it.
I'll say it another time.
There is a
Can you type it in the
small
chat?
silvery rabbit that seems to be wrapped running around the moon. It's not elongated, it's just a rabbit.
Right. Huh.
And if you'd like to figure out what that is in terms of religion, you can ask her, or you can just religion check it.
I'm gonna real religion real quick. Yeah, 20. Not natural, but 20.
It is not one you are very familiar with. And I'm probably going to say the name wrong because it is a Chinese name. But, Changji?
Could I see it in chat, please?
Yes.
I can probably pronounce it.
I can't.
One drop in a spoon.
Cheng-yi.
Chang-yi.
And that the white rabbit.
A silvery white rabbit, much like how people would depict the moon.
Okay. A silvery white rabbit, Chang-yi. Okay.
I keep hearing shiny.
You're fucking shiny. But yeah.
Not that tiny.
Okay. Okay. So. Okay, and can I insight to see why she reacted to that?
You won't. I'll say this: you're not going to get why, but you will see what in terms seems to be bothering her, and it'll be 14. That's more than enough.
Yeah.
She was grabbing that particular symbol. The other one is one that you have seen and currently are carrying on your dragon, the symbol of Nyx.
Yeah.
And that one is just kind of there. It's not neglected. The music stopped. Damn
Yeah.
it. I put it
It's
in
okay.
so many times.
It's okay.
Make sure just vote on Swelly, and then you can loop it.
Oh no. There we go. I don't
Wow,
know
wow.
how to vote
Oh,
on
wow.
swelling. I
Oh,
thought I
wow.
put
Oh,
it
wow.
in enough, but I didn't. So we copy this. We go here. Play.
The Swelly goes in the swell hole.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Okay, loop.
Da-da-da.
There are many. There are like 3 different things there
Bunga bunga.
of
Gongus
on my
Jonas.
of my clips of me just saying the ada.
Me when Ara
You
Ara
must be
is
logged
sad.
in to vote. Fuck you.
Abba, abba.
Abba, abba.
No, it's not.
Sorry.
It's not the abba abba. That one I do. Abba abba. No, it's
It's
the
funny.
actual adas that I have had to do for actual. Oh my fucking gosh.
I know. I just like interrupting or going right after them and saying unga bunga.
Ew. No offense, Charlie, but ew.
Was it my fucking voice and the fact that I sound like the Amazing World of Gumball?
Bro said
Jolly's only recently
undefeated.
heard his voice, and he's just sitting there one day yelling at, not at me, but to me in chat that he sounds like a prepubescent child.
Only when he does the fucking baby mode voice. Otherwise, he sounds fucking.
Man.
You'll be able to vote after this ad. What ad? There
What do
was
you
no
mean,
ad.
baby?
But I don't go baby mode at all. You go baby mode.
Bruh.
Can I loop now? Thank you. Back to what we were doing. She
Hmm.
seemed to clutch it at the mention of things going bad.
Okay, so she's just kind of seeing it as guidance almost.
No.
No, okay.
Similar to a child clutching its favorite childhood toy.
Comfort.
Comfort or fear.
Okay.
Specifically fear.
Get that one Arthur knew.
However, the dragon gods are up and living and safe, so we have that to be thankful for. He then looks over to you, Sylvester, and his eyes begin to glow once again. Wild magics encapsulated, reacting to the whims of your anger. But your magic is mixed between the godly given right of a god and something
Is
almost
it
more
now?
sinister. Cameron kind of looks between everyone before kind of just chilling back and just sitting down. Well, that's not what I wanted to happen. We're not here to creep them out. You know that, right? Do you think I am attempting? I don't know. You're creepy. Only to you, Cameron.
I'd nickel for every time I heard that.
No,
What,
you're
creepy?
hot.
No, I was gonna say, the fucking, you're creepy. I'm like, yes, I am. Deal with it.
Janji just
Hey,
looks between everyone in the look of um Janie, for the love of a flying fuck, calm the fuck down. Easy for you to say.
How does a flying fuck love?
I don't know. When I figure it out, most likely with my
well,
boyfriend high up in the air, I'll tell you.
when two flying fucks love each other very much.
The snake companion visibly does a facepalm with its tail.
Orcs have to flying fuck?
Yes,
Do they
the
land
flying
for
folks
that?
fuck. So then he just makes the word fuck appear in the air with wings on it. Using minor illusion.
You
Is this what
asked.
she
No, I'm
did
being
with-
serious. Like, how do they do it? And what if they
Well,
take too
whoever do
long?
it
Would they
doesn't
just
want
fall
you
to the ground?
Well, I'm not going to illustrate it. This is too graphic. And he makes an illusion disappear.
Yeah, maybe if you can check out the bloopers on Mellow Harma's YouTube channel, we'll be able to see.
Jamie is sitting there. She has been sitting on her legs this entire time. And she now has a little pout of, I'm really confused and I don't know what's going on. However,
Sylvester gives a thumbs up to the fourth wall.
Sylvester, make me a survival check for cooking at advantage because Jamie is helping.
Alright, check this double net 20. God damn it.
You started, because of the meat having to take longer, you started with the veggies. And the first thing that happened was the garlic got burnt immediately.
God damn it. Fucking garlic.
And unfortunately, it then tainted a little bit of the marrow to have an overly too smoky, but it can still be usable. But it is mediocre garlic marrow butter at this point to be frying in some veggies.
Is there enough to restart? This isn't my best work.
She looks down. Camry, can you? Don't worry. I already had a feeling this was gonna happen. They give me too much of my own energy, which is dipshit. Except I'm smart. No offense.
Hey!
I'm
What
not
do you mean
saying,
you thought this was gonna happen? I'm a good chef.
I didn't say otherwise. You'll
Normally.
have to forgive Camry. She's a little speak her mind and not give a damn about it. She hands over.
Oh, it's alright. I have ADHD as well.
Alright, don't worry. I'll
think.
help him with the power of my ADHD. I'm going to pull out a lute, and I'm just going to start shredding it. Sylvester! Cook better! And he just does that, and I give you bardic inspiration.
I hate you and love you so much.
I love that so much.
I've been waiting to do that. Yeah, and add a d6 if you want to. Yeah, 17.
This is so much better. It could be just a little more smoky, but at this point you don't want to risk it.
Actually, is it a d6? I think it's still a d6 this level, right?
Don't want to
Yeah.
risk it for the brisket.
I'm pretty sure it's a D6.
Yeah, it doesn't go up until level 5. I just had to make sure.
Yes.
I got a question, Mela.
Mm-hmm.
The smell of the food.
Of the game. That's gonna be the next time I do it. Just so you know.
What is this D100 roll for exactly?
You know what it's for.
Oh, are you searching for an animal?
In case one was attracted to the smell of the cooking. I'm making meat, right? It's not like a stew, is it? Or is
You
it?
don't know. We've only made the veggie part.
Oh, alright.
Here's
Yeah,
what
in
I'll do.
that case-
If you keep that, we'll hold on to the 71. I'll have you roll perception and a D100 later when you get to the cooking of the meat, because there is something here.
Awesome.
Would you like another bardic inspiration?
Yeah, I would like actually all, like, I imagine you have like 3 or 4 or 5. I would like all of them.
Yeah, because I start with way more than normal.
Yeah, I would like all of them.
Alright, so, while Sylvester's cooking, Sarmandy's gonna be standing up and hyping him up by doing... He's just gonna do the fucking Freebird solo on a lute. So just... He's like fucking rocking, he's like doing the head thing and everything. He's like, cook Uncle Sylvester, it's your birthday. It's not actually your birthday, but do it. He's just riffing. He's just having a good time, man. I'll spend that now. I have 3 left.
Cameron's going to look to you, Joyden.
Hmm.
And Infernal. Is he always like this?
You get used to it. It's almost becomes background music at the time. But he's cute, regardless.
I'm like a second away from bonking him.
Don't worry, I'll do it to him. You just have to do it when he's not expecting. He's quite perceptive. Well, to those he finds appealing.
That's fair. I'm no better. Usually I'm a bit of a shut-in because fuck dealing with people.
Oh, people aren't that bad. You just gotta sort the bad eggs from the good eggs.
They're not bad, but like, she just kind of motions to her, and the best way to describe Camry's body is like the type of body that in the past men would be going after. The very big chest because, ample.
Yeah.
And then she's got the birthing hips.
Hmm.
But then on top of that, she is very muscular. It's not to the point of Sylvester. It's more lean, more speed-based. But she is strong. Very strong.
Strong woman.
Carl, I'm
Honestly,
love it.
Yeah.
I don't think you have an issue, really. I mean, you obviously train on yourself, so...
It's the drooling over me when they know they don't have a chance. That's the problem.
Yeah, I know very much about that. It's pretty pathetic, in all honesty.
I had this one fucker right. Little wizard boy. Boy could barely cast fucking prestige. I hate fucking magic.
Prestidigitation!
Yeah, no. I did have this one person, right? It was so pathetic. He got stage fright, He paid for the private time and he got, stage fright. We were in the room and he also a wizard, believe it or not. It's always wizards. It's that D6 dice roll. We were in the private area and, well, he had to cast him large on himself. It was, quite disappointing. Yeah.
Please tell me you and the brothel had, like, a glass of wine and just died at it.
Oh, honestly, darling, you should come to our after parties. Once everyone's fucked off, we just open a bottle of wine and just gossip about everyone. It's fucking hilarious. We call it the Salt Box.
I'm not big on wine. And JJ doesn't drink. I prefer a nice whiskey. Spiced.
Open bar, darling. Yeah, open bar, darling. Drink what you want.
I am so good with this.
Let's go. You ever come back down my end, I'll invite you down.
Down your end?
Well, let me just check my notes because I know I'm gonna. Byron Uthar.
Off in the Elven settlements.
Yes. Oh, Tiefling, yeah. Yeah, my mother is the Elven one.
Well,
That
I mean,
probably
there's
makes a bit
more
more sense.
elves there. There's
I
not
know, but
many
they're known
people
for...
talk about coming there often. It's kind of closed
Yeah.
off. But
Well, you wonder why I wanted to get out of there. Everyone's a shut-in. It's pretty boring.
gosh dang it,
Nice
can I
one.
type right?
That was the burp of a fucking dragon. What?
I even held it in.
That sounded like a purr, almost.
Sounded like Smog awakening from his gold pile.
Yeah?
You see, I am down for that. Do you have
Fucking Femberchawed.
Do you have the grass?
The grass. Can't you smell it?
I had a feeling.
Oh,
the,
weed.
you don't know, darling. We speak in Infernal.
Yeah, but I'm asking, is she talking about weed?
Probably.
Yes.
Listen, when you're in a brothel, you get to know specific people, and I know quite a few dealers, so you come down, and, we get to the salt box, and then we just fucking chill out. It's down to you, darling. All is on you.
I don't do it very often because I like to be able to work a lot. But if I'm overstressed, like, I mean, come on. It don't hurt you. Every once in a
Oh,
while.
no. Oh, no, everyone's safe. We have a Minotaur who's our bodyguard. Brax, his name is. Beautiful gentleman. Built more like the one over there, points out Sylvester. A little bit skinnier, though. He's more, his muscles are also for looks as well.
Mm.
Oh, nice.
So I meant to say 100, but you know what? We're just going to give you that as a nat 100 because that probably would have been a nat 100.
No,
Oh.
Jolly, it would have been like a nat 100, like a 93.
I mean, okay, that's more impressive, honestly. That's more impressive.
There
I got a
is
77 twice.
a rustling coming from behind you. And
SpongeGar face.
why'd you have to bring that one up?
I don't know. It was the first fucking thought that came to mind. He just kind of looks behind him, like over his shoulder, lowering his wings to do so.
Do me a favor and roll a 1d9.
Alright.
Oh, it feels much better.
Or
I'm gonna stop.
I got a net 9.
I'm gonna stop.
In the
playing
grass coming from behind you is a fluffy cat-like creature. Dark purple in fur with wings around its ears, and it has 2 sets of ears. It
Oh my
is
god.
staring intently at the food in front of you. I am going to be posting it post-haste.
It's a fucking butterfly cat, isn't it?
You'll see what it is.
this. No, I won't. I don't see shit.
You're about to. Gosh dang it.
I have a +1 to perception. I don't see anything.
That sounds like a you problem.
I'm too blizzy playing Wonderwall.
Blizzy?
Glizzy?
I said busy, or Blizzy, because that's what you said.
Pussy.
No, not S, there's E's. Stop
Go
it.
Dussy.
I will fight both of you.
Love you.
This is what comes out looking for food.
Oh my god.
Yo, it's cute. I love him.
It looks
And
like
it
a
is
mix
not
between
alone.
Shaman. Oh.
There is one thing that is much smaller around with it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the way
I
that it is
swear to gosh.
keeping to its legs, this must be its baby.
If I do not tame these fucking things, I'm going to cry.
I wish I took animal friendship specifically for you, Jolly.
Animal friendship would have been really good right now. Actually, no. These things look intelligent. He's just going to kind of look over to the stew, look over at them, look over to the stew. It was a natural 20 for the meat, so I assume it's fucking good meat.
Oh, it's fantastic. But Janji's going to look over. The little one will want meat. The bigger one will want. And she pulls out a small gemstone, an amethyst. And she hands it to you.
He is going to try to gently, slowly put it down next to him so they can inch their way forward, and he's gonna try and stand like a well, not stand, kind of act like a statue to sort of make sure it's like, hey, I'm good.
The,
Unfortunately, he can't speak animal, so
the gemstone. It's lifted up with psionic energy and brought towards the mother figure. Or father figure, quite frankly, you can't tell. And it just looks it over before it opens its mouth, and you hear an audible as it breaks through the amethyst with ease.
oh, I think I got this.
I mean, yes, but no.
That was fun fact. That was a fucking voice clip of memes biting into a Dorito.
Of course, it was memes biting into a Dorito. Why wouldn't it be memes?
I specifically asked for it.
Of course, he did.
He did. I was there for it.
You watch as it begins eating this gemstone, and the little, what looks like to be a strand of hair on its head begins to glow vibrantly, and its eyes go from that kind of sunset orangey red yellow into the entire eye being taken over by a purpley pink. And then it goes back to normal and shakes off this little sparkles of the same ethereal pinkish shade, leaves its fur. Make an animal handling at advantage. You are so lucky. Yeah, you are so lucky that was the one gemstone she had on her.
I
21.
Yes.
It softly picks up its small one and takes it over to a piece of meat, laying it down like cat would from the neck, laying it down next to it, and it begins eating. The bigger one jumps up into your lap, puts both of its paws on your chest, and just stares into your eyes.
I would like to observe its eyes and free myself from this material plane and learn the aspects of life in the universe by looking into this thing's eyes.
And by that, you hear a singular voice, and all it asks is, danger.
Hold on, back up. This thing can fucking talk?
This particular one is, in fact, telepathic.
Yeah, animal friendship would not have worked here.
Listen, I mean in general though.
Oh yeah, I know. But with that being said, what did they say?
They asked a single word. Danger?
He will assume that they're asking if he is dangerous. And he will kind of just like shake his head no, holding a hand above her, kind of like what cat owners do with experienced cats, that's kind of like holding it in a cupped formation, so if they want to like scratch their head on it, they can. Kind of like showing, I am not dangerous.
She stretches her body up and begins sniffing at your paw before she looks down to her cub, kitten. You're not quite sure what it is. In fact, you're not quite sure what either of them are.
Yeah, no, I can tell what I think you gen them as, if you don't mind me guessing.
You don't know anything.
That bottom one is 1000% an Eevee, and the one above it, I'm pretty sure is an Espeon.
You know nothing.
Honestly,
Maybe
I thought
with
the
a-
top one looked more like purpling, if anything, for a second.
It was
Nah, look at
Espeon.
Yeah, look at the two tails.
Yeah.
I know, Mela.
It's not like I wasn't trying other things, to be fair. Anyway.
Oh, I know. So with that being said, he just kind of says, "No, I am not dangerous," with those few hand motions, and he's going to attempt to like scritch under its chin a little bit.
The moment you go to touch its chin, it just sits back down on your leg, but not in a no, don't touch me, and I'm not there. And then it flicks one of its ear wings at you.
Okay, it's a behind the ears type of cat.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, he's going to do it behind the ears. Kind of just doing it with his two index nails, which also, since this cat can fucking talk, it should be intelligent to know that, I am using claws. However, if I wanted to cause any damage, I easily could since I have, cat claws.
It's aware. It knows your son.
I know. I know. I'm pretty much just trying to emphasize I am, Belle, I'm trying to tame a talking cat and her kid. I don't know how else to explain it.
Chicken Sandwich starts smelling the smaller one, which of course scares it. And very quickly, the purple one that is enjoying the scratches jumps onto Chicken Sandwich's face, pushes off it, and then lands. Absolutely no damage. But it sure as hell scared the giant cub, who now goes to the other side of you.
I kind of just, look at Chicken Sandwich, give him a piece of meat, and, like, kind of nudge his head, like,
over there now.
Yeah, he's trying to nudge him, make him feel better, and be like, hey, just stay over here. And then tries again to, like, ease the two, since I don't know if they're, like, still startled. He's trying to pretty much just recover the situation of, I have a big oh, he's gone. A big fucking cub.
You gave him food, it is his food, and it will always be his food.
Yep. And it will be the shit he takes.
The little one is now less startled because, mom. And it continues eating the little bits of meat. It doesn't seem to be as intelligent. It does very softly try to climb up. But as you feel it climbing on your leg, you notice it's a little underweight.
He's going to get... Oh, I'd continue.
Just very... It seems like hard pickings for mom to find appropriate food for it.
He pretty much just offers some more food, and I'm assuming it can understand English by the sense of it, it could fucking speak to me telepathically. So he's just going to assume this thing understands what he says, and he's just going to say, if it's hard to find food, eating like this is not uncommon for me. If you would like, I could take you both in. It would be probably safer than out here. As he points to all the fucking bodies. Thinking the cat understands him.
Which cat?
The mom, because he assumes, if he gets the mom, the child will follow suits. Pretty much trying to say, hey yo, I got the food, I got the grub, I got the shelter. Why not do it?
She looks to you, looks to the dead bodies. Kind of...
Other.
Sorry, was called upon.
Yeah, I can tell.
She seems to be assessing things in her mind before she gently picks up her kitten or cub or baby and
Whatever you want to call it.
jumps up onto your lap and sets it down. She is watching its reaction to you. Its reaction to you is more puppy-like, where
Oh my
it
god.
turns around on its back and just looks up at you with its little paw beans out.
I am in love with these two. I am obsessed. Yeah, you guys are probably at this point able to just eat, so let's just probably just going to forget, because he is now playing with the small babu cat thing, dog, fox, I don't know. It looks even more inconspicuous about what the baby is.
Mm-hmm.
But he is going to pet it and make it feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I mean, both of you would assume I am not immediately eating because I am a skinny little twink and I need all of the food.
Savas is just kind of watching all of this with his hands not pressed together, but like the tips of his fingers pressed together. Just overseeing everything. J&J, of course, is just kind of there.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how to react. A giant cat man has tamed other cats. It's kind of made her confused.
I mean, listen, all I know is that this is normal for me. Average day with this party, TVH. Sylvester tames an animal, Joygen seduces someone, and I play a song. Normal day.
Camry's just watching this whole thing go down. So I'm guessing you're like building an animal armada.
Ooh, he's just looking at the cats. He's just gonna point at the mother one. Eggs. Point at the small one. And ham.
The mother cat gives you a look and
I
connects
don't-
to you. Angela.
It what? Oh, it's got a name.
She named herself.
Can you type that down? It sounded more complex because it's more than 3 letters with 2 of them being the same letter. Angeline, the psychedelic quotations, this cat can fucking speak cat, which I don't know the species of. And then he's just going to be like, alright, Angeline, giving like finger guns. And he kind of just points at the child, like, what name?
She just kind of looks at you with a look of, why are you like this? There's a lot of judgmentalness in her eyes.
I'm
In
really
short,
bad with names.
she doesn't care what you name it so long as you don't name it after food. And it also is a boy, by the way.
Okay, so I got a perfect way to do this. Random
Random
word
Oh
generator.
my fucking god. Just give the weird creature a normal name, please, Sylvester.
I'm not good with names.
Well,
In-
You know
don't need
you
to
know
name
what?
him anything special. You can name him something like Sunbeam or Fluffy. Fluffy makes sense.
Yeah.
J&D, not everyone likes cutesy names. I like cutesy names. I know you do.
You know, I am going to name you Air.
Yeah,
Because you'll grow up to be A nice, fluffy, adorable bear. That's pocket-sized.
It has no clue what you're saying and is trying to back your hand.
He kind of just lets it, thinking that it's entertained by it.
It is. Its tail's wagging.
I
Meanwhile,
love
Mom
this fucking thing.
goes to take a nap over here in the sun.
I am creating an army.
I am aware.
I must know, Sylvester, how and why?
Considering I now have 10 animals, I just accept it. And I enjoy it.
But how do they just like you? Like, I don't get it.
Well, look at me.
Right.
I am their,
You know,
I am their people.
animal magnetism, you could say.
Do me a favor, make me a perception check.
Him?
Whom?
Sarmente at disadvantage.
Uh-huh. 6.
And we'll make a d20 roll for her.
I roll really good on perception.
You sure about that?
I roll really good.
Nah, don't worry, I
You
can
are
see it.
so unaware, you're even unaware of her, that it isn't until she boops you in the face with her own face that you realize that the mother snake figure thing from JG has crawled up you.
Oh, he like freezes very tightly, not wanting to make any sudden movements. Like, wait, you're a person, so that means you're not an animal. So that means you won't bite me, right?
Darling, all I have to do is leave its consciousness and it will bite you.
Great. Fantastic. I'd appreciate it if you didn't, though.
Yes, but if I didn't... If I stayed here, that wouldn't be much fun, now would it?
Okay, but... Snake.
She makes a hissing sound from within.
He, like,
Eric Copper.
fucking instinctively, like, flinches.
Oh my fucking god.
How
I'm so...
interesting.
Animals do not like me. I do not like it when animals do things, typically. This is weird.
Parrot, Copper, Princess, Chicken Sandwich, Butterbean, Snowball, Afro Spidey, Bullet, Angeline, and Bear all like me, so I don't know what's your problem.
Listen, I think they get scared of the mask or something. I don't know what it is.
Oh, Parrot isn't scared. He tries to hug you all the time and you run away from him.
That's because his version of hugging is a headbutt that sends me flying 15 feet.
Ah, he wouldn't do that. He's a good boy.
He has quite literally done that.
Wait, how do you have a parrot that sends you back 15 feet?
Oh, Parrot! He's a very big... He's not a parrot. I named him that because I thought it would be very ironic. You see, he is quite big.
Yeah. Isn't he a Pachycephalosaurus or whatever? I don't remember.
Whatever it's called. He is a big lizard with a thick skull that headbutts things, has an antenna, and honks like a bicycle horn when he is anxious, happy, or annoyed.
Parasaurolophus, that's the one. Yes, Parasaurolophus. Or something, I don't know. I can't pronounce it.
That's why I call him Parrot, because it's easy to pronounce that, and it sounds like it.
Sylvester,
Yeah?
Janji is looking into your eyes, head tilted, slight pout, innocent eyes. She is confused.
Basically, I named a gigantic headbutting antenna dinosaur after a parrot because I thought it would be funny.
They look like this. For her benefit, so that she's less confused, I use minor illusion to make like a little mini parrot.
Yeah, it's like that, but 10 times the size.
Yeah, it's just kind of like I just make it like start like walking around. I even make the noises for it. So all anyone just hears as like this little illusion parrot is fucking.
I want to pet it.
Well, you can't.
Oh, I should have brought him. Maybe you'll hear my whistle. I can't whistle, but he's going to whistle as a joke to see if Parrot would hear it, even though he's back at town. I was gonna see if maybe I got in that 100, he would hear it and just come over.
You got chicken sandwich to come over.
He will pet Chicken Sandwich on the side of him, not to interrupt Bear, who is in his lap. And then Sylvester will realize he has 4 cats as pets now.
You're the crazy cat man.
I am the great, yeah.
You just happen to have a very deadly spider, and a bird, and a squirrel, and a fox. Actually, you have 5 cats. Because the cat
I do.
outside on the logs.
Oh, I thought no, I have Princess.
Mm-hmm.
I have Chicken Sandwich, and then I have these 2 cats.
You have another one outside your house on the logs. The one that's asleep on them.
Wait, I thought...
You tamed it
I just
literally
had
within the first few sessions.
Oh, I forgot to name them.
Yeah, you
And
did.
Okay, well, apparently I have 5 cats. I have 5 animals that are hunted by cats, and I have a parrot. The cat was orange, right?
It was a tabby, yeah.
Well, you know what? They're going to be called...
Peaches.
I fucking... No! Okay, you know what? Now they're going to be called Jack because of that.
You're welcome. It was a boy, so you're fine.
Jack. Alright, well now I have 11 pets.
Yeah, you do.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez. Joy time. Joy?
Nah.
The snake looks up to you. The big one. Hello, darling.
Oh. 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 Did I just speak with animals?
No, dear.
Oh.
My human consciousness is being shared within my child's familiar.
Yeah, I heard about that. Crazy.
It is. More so when you realize I must stay within meditation to keep it up. But are you alright? You are wounded well. And you have some scars beneath your tricks of hiding.
Oh, well, you know, we all get wounded. Some deeper than others, but, you know. Hey, question.
Hmm?
When you first got into the snake body, did you pronounce your S's strangely?
I think I've done it once or twice. It is something that still happens. It is not because of it just being a snake. It is the fact of a hiss holding on to it. So when I say anything with an S, the snake individual part of this thinks that it is trying to hiss. But sadly its constitution cannot fight my mental fortitude.
Don't worry, hun. I've been there too. I just stick out my split tongue.
She flicks hers back.
I remember when I got mine done. It was hurt a lot. Just barbaric. I was speaking like this for so long. It was ridiculous. Simpler times, you know.
Very little is simple in our times, even for when you had just been born. Very little is simple. By that time, By that time, there was light in the Underdark.
Light underground,
What do you
like
know
a
about some of the tragedies going on in this world?
hmm,
No, allow me to rephrase that. What
sure.
do you know about the tragedies along our very ley lines?
I'm not the smart one of the group, unfortunately. My knowledge is a bit scattered. I know bits and pieces. Zarmenti's the smart one.
You have not been exposed to what I have seen. She turns her head to Svaz, and they seem to talk telepathically to each other in silence before he comes over and sits not that close. I see she has asked you about the underworld, which is, of course, where I am from.
Yeah, I've heard only ghost stories of it. What I know is just, well, terrifying, to say the least.
What is your perception of my home?
Oh boy, I feel like I'm going to offend someone.
There is very little you can do to offend me.
From what I understand, it's a lightless, terrifying pit of oblivion, of which no one should dare explore unless they seek death.
There once used to be a ruling party. Granted, the ruling party was not quite like the king that you'd find here, but a great necromantic dragon named Kirillov. He protected us, as we, of course, have our limitations. One of the biggest being light. So any time an outsider attempted to bring light down, and more than a candle, a flickering flame, it was him who took their lives and kept us from being blinded. So what happens when the only thing keeping you and your people safe is killed by an adventuring party who thought they were in a simple dungeon of the dragon? is a revolt. Every clan of mind flayers is controlled by its own individual mother brain. In fact, we are not supposed to live without the brain. And though I am not alive like you or your friends, I still live without the brain. I was cast aside many moons ago, and upon my return from this material world, it was as though someone took the sun and put it smack dab in the middle of the entirety of the Underdark. You could smell the brain-like creatures that wandered about, sizzling on whatever crag they were hiding. Almost poetic. How gruesome it is. And yet so many found us much worse than what we got. He leans, doesn't really lean back as much as he kind of meditative pose. Closes his eyes and just takes a deep breath. Until that similar beak-like clamp down happens again. The necromantic dragon has been felled for many years. I'd say I miss my clan, but that'd be quite the lie. What of you, girl?
What do I want?
What do you think of us? Is it a poetic justice to the horrors that we have once set loose to the material plane? Is it unfortunate that we are paying for our ancestors' mistakes? Or do you think there's something positive? More than just unfortunate balance of karma in the
Well, I'm no philosopher, but I believe it's not who we are that should be our actions. It's our actions to shape who we are. We shouldn't be defined by our past. And for example, if I was, I'd either be a rich, a hoity-toity, up their own backside elf who just loves money, or I'd be a scandalous devil who'd run away at the first sign of a child. No, I'd rather be the mother of dragons. So, I am sorry I'm sorry for your tribe, but I don't fear you, nor do I see you as a bad person.
You are more than welcome to see me as a bad person, because I am. There's a reason why I have gone so well fed. What did they mention these two of their job?
Well, I know we've mummified a bunch of people. That's what we've done so far.
Let's put it in the way of simplicity. We work in recon and information gathering.
Hmm.
Janky is rarely there when the information is gathered. She cannot handle seeing what happens to them. She understands it, and she does not frighten it. But every single prisoner that goes into my areas, I assure you, are only returned once their brains within that system. And properly tortured for their information. Those who give it freely are sometimes granted to live. But the usually are willing to double stab a double stab. So I have no interest in keeping them alive.
Right. This is just me being me, but you don't want to do that to my brain, right? There's not a lot up there.
Your intelligence, or lack thereof, whatever one consider yourself, is not of importance. And he just looks at you very intently. The mortal brain alone is sufficient to keep you going for a while. However, I have no desire to eat you right now,
Oh, thank God.
or either of your friends. You, in truth, and not in the way you used to.
Really? How so? I'm not the most in-depth person in the world.
You have drive. Hija is a god who desires those with good hearts. So, in short, I could not care less. However, she allowed you to raise her child, and little baby cuddles into you a bit. Not knowing what's going on, is kind of concerned, just goes, Nana?
I just hug. It's more just a instinct, you know?
Instinct. A promise of power. Not the
No,
power I am searching
I don't want power. I don't need power.
for. And that's
You know what?
exactly why you were given the dragon.
I just want what I believe to be mine back.
And what exactly is yours? Little
Well,
infernal flame.
well, saying it is a bit derogatory. It's a person. I want my girlfriend back. Well, I never asked the question if she wants to be my girlfriend, but someone who I love very dearly, and I never got the chance to ask.
I in hopes that she was not one of ours that came to me. Do you have a picture?
Do I have a picture? Get out the scrapbook.
And here's a monument.
It's the shrine.
Yep.
Here you go. Ooh.
He looks at the picture, and a little flicker of his eyes go. I do not know, but she has been working with us. And I don't just mean myself, Jane, and Kim. I'm talking Doris and Garrett. I'm talking double checking names. Arcros and Javier. Valdos and Nalia. Serena as well. And as well as countless others. She has passed what I deem to be useful. And she did not seem to fight us, so she wasn't against us. For what it means, infernal flame. Your little angel still lives on.
Trust me, if anyone could live for eternity, it would be her. She is... I don't even have the words for it.
Forgive my boldness of words, but I do not care for how you view her. I see her what I see her as, and you will see her as what you see her. I do not love little flame. I have my own desires for what we are doing. And the only thing I know about it is that the reason that I am here is because of my God is dead. He pulls some magic from his hand and make me an arcana check, please.
Yeah, oh, shoot, I just clicked something. There, bush.
You recognize this as an eldritch blast.
So I know it's from, like, warlock patrons.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
There are a few who will turn their gaze as one of my own away from what is ultimately our true being of higher importance. After all, he is who created us in some way. The great old one has fallen, and the new God who took me under his wing has told me he too will fall. Janji's goddess, the goddess of the moon from a far eastern country, from the astral plane, has fallen. And they lie dead amongst the seas of stars, but not of the astral plane. We do not know what they are. That is why they denied anything being perfect. Hopefully, your little candlelight does not follow a god. It'll make it easier to cope when they inevitably die. I have taken up your time. I'm going back to my research. It is going to be late very soon. By this time, the various conversations have started to make its way into kind of middle day. Well, not even midday because it's 12. About 4 to 5 p.m. Just the conversations that you're having. And the time just kind of spent short resting.
What's a short rest? Did I even get anything back on a short rest?
Not yet.
No, I do in like 3 levels, I think. 2 levels, maybe. I don't know.
He stands up and brushes himself off. Broadcasting to everyone now. It is dangerous to wander these streets, if you will, at night. Creatures from other planes of existence have come to hide in the material plane. They know change is happening. They don't report. We have 3 large tents. He gives a yawn and stretches his body, kind of does this popping that almost sounds brittle. You are welcome to join us. And yes, Cameron, I speak for all of us. Yeah, that's nothing new. Is there
As
a
long as I am not in the range of any weird acid dissolving body smells, I am happy to sleep wherever. He gives a thumbs up.
Moves his tendrils around curiously. I'm still having a hard time believing you.
Believing that I exist? If you like, you can touch my arm.
Believing that you are accepted by a highly intelligent creature.
You learn a lot of things in court. I know a lot of things because
He's already gone.
Incredible. I love this guy. He's my favorite person.
Dainty kind of looks up to you as you speak. He's not personable.
I noticed. I'll get a smile out of him yet. Actually, what does a mind flayer's smile look like?
Well, they don't have lips. They have beaks.
Well, we're gonna find out what it looks like if they do something that is equivalent for a smile for their species. I'll crack him yet.
I wish you luck. He's not done anything of the kind around us, and we've been connected for years.
Yeah. But if anyone can do it, it's gonna be me.
It's gonna be mine.
Me when I do the voice. Which is in character because I can kinetically change my voice.
Dainty has spaced out because she can't eat. So this entire time she's kind of been off in her own La La Land. Camry has been talking to you, Sylvester, about the food. Very enthralled. You'll have a few hours before nighttime will begin. What do you want to do?
Good question.
You could move onwards. You could hold back as the cloudy sky begins to take over. You could investigate the bodies if you so desire.
There's the bodies in the water.
That's not water.
I know it's not, but I reference.
Well, the bodies have their stuff right next to them.
Right. I could also just, help people with things, because this is a zone after. So I could like help in the sense of that,
Okay.
which would be very much in character,
Mm-hmm.
considering the knowledge I have been given. So I think I will try to help people with like making sure everything is more secure than usual, as well as potentially offering my abilities to if they have anyone that's injured, I will also attempt to help with that. But if they don't, I'll just focus completely on trying to get them a better setup or arrangements or plans or etc.
Mm-hmm. You begin to work specifically hand to hand with Cameron. She goes over what they intend to do with the bodies, which is, aside from the ones burning in acid and just becoming bone, the other ones intend to be buried here, as whatever had attacked them was both not only the thing that you fought, but far, far, far stronger and far bigger.
Yeah. He will try to help as much as he can with the logistics of things, while also like making sure that in case something like that happens again, that they will be more set up for it. Like make it so that they have some sort of like, if they, like I'm sure they have like an alert system or something. But like having some sort of standard for it as well would probably be helpful. Like, oh, if X happens, then Y should be what your response is.
Is this because you think that they're part of these three, or
Hmm?
is, I don't want to ask what's the reason you're doing this. More of, do you feel like they were connected to these three, all these dead bodies?
I mean, lawnmower going by over here, and I can barely concentrate on what I'm saying. Fucking. I mean, main reason that I am doing this is because I don't want these events to continue repeating in the future. And considering what one such event was able to cause, then making sure to mitigate future events would be ideal. To allow misery to propagate due to lack of planning would be poor. God damn, they are loud as shit.
So sorry, I got cold again. So what was that?
Okay, well, time for me to riff off what I was saying.
I'm so sorry.
You're good. Basically, one question as to why he's doing this, rather than give like a specific reason of, oh, I think these events are linked, he's basically just saying, I don't want people to suffer because of the fact that you're ill prepared, and I would rather you be able to mitigate losses, if not completely prevent them in the future. Because to allow them to continue living in this way forever and like just live in fear of just getting hit again and again and eventually being wiped out would not be good. That is basically his motivation, is he doesn't want more people to die.
Cameron kind of takes a breath. It's pretty unfortunate what happened here.
That's very true. It's not really the kind of status quo that I am accustomed to. I don't believe I'll find much of a willing audience here, But at the very least, being a jester comes with plenty of knowledge about how kings and nobles carry out warfare, because they're very comfortable with discussing plans when you're around.
Mhm.
And I just so happen to pick things up pretty well.
Do you know what caused this crater at all?
I don't know, do I know what caused this crater?
I'll
I'm
give you
asking.
a chance of either Arcana,
Uh-huh.
religion, or history.
Uh-huh. Arcana. They're all the same.
Wonderful.
I will do I'll do a history. I think that works. Incredible. No, it doesn't.
You haven't the foggiest fucking clue.
Unfortunately, I don't have that kind of knowledge.
This is what happens when two gods bring a fight to the material plane. And they're not just playing two giant-sized titans.
I see.
If you look at the grass, it is starting to rot from the acid nowhere near it. When
Right.
gods have a war zone upon the material plane, there is nothing you can do to stop them. That isn't outright killing them.
Well, while it may be true that we can't really do anything against their actions, we can at least try to make it so that we aren't hurt as much by it, hopefully.
Awfully optimistic.
Listen, if I'm not optimistic, who will be?
Certainly not me.
Exactly. It's kind of my entire job to be the hopeful optimist and a hopeless romantic. And to make jokes that apparently no one here will laugh at.
She's got a grin and a raised eyebrow. Sorry, buddy boy. You're, a couple platinum pieces out of the brain for me.
Listen, I know I don't have a chance. I just like to throw lines people's way because it makes them feel better. Gets them to smile, loosens them up.
I dare you to try that with Janji and see her reaction.
Noted!
You know what? She hands you a gold piece. Do it.
He's already. He is running off.
Do you
All
pass
right.
the snake mom?
I would assume so.
We'll come back to that in a minute then. Sylvester,
Hello.
you and Janji have been cleaning up. She has, of course, eaten nothing, but that is to be expected.
I should go this way.
I mean, hey, I didn't eat anything either, so.
You still have a plate full of food, at least.
Well, I just assume he sacrificed all mortal possessions to the cats.
And you don't think there was enough to eat? And here's the thing, there's only one that's eating between the two new ones. The other one quite literally ate a gemstone.
That's fair. And you know what? He's going to, like, passively take a bite as he's helping clean. Like, at some point, he's just holding it in his mouth. And he's just going to look at her and be like, so, how was the food? I'm not going to impersonate having food in mouth because that would make it sound gross.
Who is he asking?
Janji, I think is how you pronounce it. I don't know how to
Yep,
pronounce any
Janji.
of these names.
Janji
Yeah,
just kind of
he's
looks up
asking.
to you and lightly taps her tongue to her fang, which then just almost instantly starts bleeding.
Oh. I'm sorry for your loss.
I have been changed this way for many men. I have accepted it. I just do not like it.
Any way to fix that, or is that just kind of how it is now?
I don't think there's a cure for vampirism. I don't think there's one for werewolves either. Or any of the other monsters. You just learn to deal with it. I got changed because somebody wanted to have a vessel. And I was what he wanted as a vessel. It didn't work. I'm too, what do you say, bullheaded about things. I don't take well to being forced into things. I didn't kill him. I don't kill him. I did, however, escape.
That gave me a weird sense of deja vu.
I would hope not, because it involves someone getting into your private space and biting your neck.
You see, that's where it ends for me. Well, it's a good thing you didn't eat it then. I forgot I put garlic in it.
She just looks at him, takes a bite of the garlic, she's fine. It's an old wives' tale.
What type of dark sorcery is this?
It's an old wives' tale. And the wooden stake thing, it needs to be blessed by really any god that doesn't want undead around. Such as the Raven Queen.
That sounds all fine and dandy. Now, frankly, I feel like if you do that with any wooden stake to anybody else, it'll still kill them. But glad to know that I need a blessed one.
Well, we can also die and our blood is still pumping. It's just not quite the way it should be. You can bleed us dry. We're not void of blood. But I mean, if you were and she moves her arm over for you to take her hand and feel her hand.
You'll, like, graze it?
She is very cold. It's not Twilight, cold as stone to the touch and sparkle. It's just, it's almost like touching a fish in terms of the coldness.
You're gonna, like, keep grazing without realizing that it's starting to get weird?
She says nothing. That you're not the first one to react like that.
He does it until he realizes, then he just stops and says, well, that's certainly something. I wouldn't expect... Well, I would expect something different, but it's interesting to learn about. Never did I believe when I would go out today would I learn about... What's it called? Vampirism?
Yes, vampirism.
Never would I have thought I would learn about that, but... I guess this information could be useful if I ever find one that's hostile.
You likely
Doesn't burden you too much, does it?
Yes and no. I do not like the smell of blood. Yet I have to feast on it to keep myself alive. A cruel joke.
Oh, wait. I have just the remedy for that. Free of charge. And he gets like you know, there's like a clothesline holders, the little wooden things
Yeah.
that people use to put on their nose. He pulls one out of his mane because he uses it to like keep it down and tamed. And he just gives it to her as if like, yeah, I did something. No longer do you have to smell blood.
While that is appreciative, I also must use it to hunt down the prey with healthy blood. So I am literally cursed to use what I dislike about it as my only means of finding what I want.
Would it have to be like a certain type of blood, or
Blood type
you
is
just
unneeded, but imagine only drinking from someone who has only had alcohol for 3 days. It's not good for you. It can kill a vampire, depending on how they were changed. It shouldn't bother pure blood, but a changed one can have some unknown side effects. So I simply do my best to find the ones that have the best diet. And each blood has a very obvious scent. If they only eat sweet things, you're going to smell sugar. If they only eat acidic things, you're going to smell acidity. If it's only red meats, they're going to be very rich in iron, but likely lacking the balance needed. And as weird as this may sound, if it is a a balanced diet of a healthy person.
Sorry, I clicked on another VC.
They smell like their natural scent. The one that you would go up to their neck and smell.
Well, I got cut on my arm from the last battle I had. It's not much, but if you don't mind, could you tell me what my blood tells you? Or would that be weird?
I've smelled all 3 of your blood by this point. I don't have to have it be bleeding. For yours smells heavier meat, so a little more like iron. For the Miss Joygen, yours is far more balanced. But it also feels like you've binged on things that you maybe not should have before. And for Sarmenti, yours smells normal. You smell like you, whatever your natural scent would be. I guess that would be your hormones, I guess. And she finally stands up, wiping off her legs gently. She is small. She is very small. How tall are you, Joygen?
It's a good question.
Sorry?
How tall are you, dear?
Oh. Yeah, that's funny. 5'3".
She is literally just a few inches taller than Joygen.
She's almost my height then.
She is 5. Actually, no, she's only 1 inch taller. She is 5'4".
Hey, she's an in-between.
He's at chest pillow height.
Correct.
Her calf-long hair is also being detangled. No, asking me about what blood scent does not bother me. I've grown very accustomed to people thinking it being interesting. Blood also has a flavor. Again, it's what you think. High iron will taste like high iron. Someone who is drugged out will taste like the drugs. Boozed out will taste like the alcohol. And so on and so forth.
Okay,
also,
so I have a question, and I don't mean to sound offensive. So if you were to find someone with, like, diabetes and you were to drink their blood, would you get diabetes?
He's asking the hard-hitting questions.
No.
Or, like, is it like a mosquito where if you're if you drink somebody who is sick, do you get sick? Or could you spread the sickness to other people?
We can spread the illness. For the diabetes thing, we will not get it. However, if you're drinking from somebody who is diabetic, it will taste like pure sugar cane. But not in the way of, oh, it tastes great in a dessert. But rather, it's like you're biting into the sugar cane itself. It is honestly quite disgusting.
What's your favorite flavor of blood?
None. I deal with the healthy ones for two particular reasons. The healthy ones have the hemoglobin that I need, which is why I need two.
What?
Hemoglobin. It is
I
a
don't know
word.
what gender that is.
It is a word Mr. Svass has used. I don't quite get
Oh.
it, but they have the appropriate nutrients that I need to stay alive. And then they also take the less amount of recoil from it. There are also unique pressure points in your body, on your wrists and neck and so on and so forth. They'll elicit different reactions as well. Of course, everyone knows that there is a place of pleasure where they bite down and the nerves are not reacting in the sense of pain. Well, like I said, pleasure. There is a place of absolute pain, which is usually around the very specific vein in your neck. And then there are places of lack of any feeling. And I generally try to go for the ones that do not feel. I am not interested in harming those who have done me no harm. And even those who have harmed me, I do not wish to harm. She kind of turns around and finally notices you, Sir Minty. Oh, you have returned from helping Cameron.
Yes, that's right. I couldn't help but overhear your little conversation with Sylvester. And I must say, I'd like to make you a little bit of an offer, if you don't mind. You see, I wouldn't mind you getting a little bit of a taste of me. He like wiggles his eyebrows at her.
Sylvester, face palms.
In fact,
Promptly.
I have to say, even though you're the one here that's a vampire, I feel like I'm a vampire and you're just a running body of water. Because just looking at you makes me think I'm going to start melting.
She gets a very concerned look. Are you okay?
Well, of
He's
course.
fine.
Sylvester, let me do this! he does like a fucking dramatic knee down, like fucking Brock ass pose. Like hand outstretched.
He rolls his eyes, folds his arms, and gets ready to watch this crumble.
He forms a rose in his hand for a moment and says, "Come now, can't a man express his feelings?"
Your feelings?
I
Where's her intelligence? Or is this wisdom? This is wisdom, isn't it?
yeah, I don't know, maybe? Incredible?
Okay. So that's what I need for her in a very specific. Where's the insight?
Uh-huh. Incredible.
It is over her head at the moment.
So she doesn't know that I'm slightly fucking with her.
She doesn't know you're even flirting with her. She's about to ask if you're in need of medical assistance. She thinks you are hurt.
Ah, you wound me, madam. To not recognize the throbbing pangs of my heart, which flames oh so brightly in thy presence, more radiant than the sun itself burning upon us all, reducing all of us to the finest of ash that not even thy countenance could even match.
Cameron speaks up, watching this with amusement. Yeah, you're. Don't lay it on thin. Don't lay it on. Just say it. She ain't gonna get it.
All right, fine. Ah, you're ruining all the fun. You're hot.
She
You're
takes a
attractive.
moment, and these incredibly pale, flushed face. Her eyes widen, and there is an actual blush that comes to her face. She's, oh, 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 no, no, and she slowly begins to hide behind the, and then 40 feet of movement, she's gone.
Oh, there goes that conversation. I never got to ask if AIDS had anything to do with her biting as well.
I'm gonna look for approval at the person that told me to do that.
Camry is losing her shit. She's on her ass laughing.
Success. He does like a fist bump, and he just goes, you know what? It's a shame she didn't get my poetics, but at least I got there in the end, and it was fucking great. I hope that made her day better, and I intend to keep on doing that.
There's
'Cause
a
that was
voice
adorable.
inside your head.
Yeah.
Please do not harm my child, or do not startle her too much.
Fine.
Thank you.
No problem. He bows to the snake.
The snake then turns to Camry. Camry. Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. Runs.
He just waves. Bye, Camry.
She turns around before she goes and puts her hands over her mouth, going, if you want to stay the night with us, just come this way.
All right, thank you. He gives like a thumbs up.
She's over there now.
They let me hold them like this.
Angel,
Whatever
not
did I
name,
get the name right?
Angeline.
Oh, it's Angeline. Damn it.
I was reading it
Wrong
like, why
Val.
does this look wrong to me? Angeline
Yeah,
does not, but she sits on your shoulder.
okay.
Bear is just a hunk of fluff.
Yeah, I'm just kind of holding them like a dumpling, like my little baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume they're just kind of laying as if my hand is a bed.
So you're back to the options of what y'all want to do. It is starting to get pretty late, and Janji is not returning because she is very flustered.
How do I spell her name?
Janji?
Yeah, is it just J and then G? Incredible. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you need
I didn't have
Camry?
it in my notes. Is it spelled like the car type? Oh, I wasn't even fucking close. Incredible. I was adding to my notes because fucking goober time.
Yes. Jojo, is there anything you'd like to do before we make our choice if we're going to move onward down the path or spend the night with the three little oddities?
It depends on if we stay or go, so I think I'm good.
Should I stay or should I go?
Okay, so what were you trying to say?
Yeah, what I want to do, it depends on if we stay or go.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say something after that.
No.
The snake mother that nobody has asked the name of is just sitting there looking at all of you.
So to be fair, I don't think I've ever talked to her once yet.
You've been the only one she hasn't wanted to have conversation with, not because you're uninteresting. You have made her child happy in terms of just being calm with her. She doesn't want to startle
Oh,
you or have a philosophical one with you. You have just made good impression.
you know what? I'm happy to hear.
Every now and
Alright.
then she just says a blah 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 blah. That's what it was.
Sarmenti is very tempted to do a snake charming song, but decides against it.
It wouldn't work.
I know he knows it wouldn't, but he would want to do it for the joke.
Fair.
I feel like he would play like 3 notes of it, like as when she's like doing like the blah 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 blah, and then just not.
Have you
Alright,
three
get.
chosen? That's all.
Hmm. That is a good question. Gang, do we want to rest up here? It is pretty late. I don't even know how far away the place that we're headed to is in relation from here.
It is just beyond that little tree line that you barely see up where they go.
And it is. I don't even know if we. Would we even be able to do what we need to do? I mean, we would need to stay there anyway. More than likely, because we wouldn't be able to get where we're going. So, I mean,
Yeah, what time is it? Do we know? I
It
have
was
like an
about
assessment.
5 o'clock. Looking at the sky, it's now going on 7. It's getting pretty late in terms of the sun being out.
yes.
Honestly, I don't see the harm staying here for the night. Guarantees a safe sleep, or a safer one. And we can just do it in the morning and come back at night at my place tomorrow.
Very true. Not to mention, it will at least make sure that we are here to help if anything does go wrong overnight. It will at least help make this place safer.
I wouldn't know if the mission had like a time constraint, right? Based off of the information we were told.
No time constraint. Just at as soon as possible because we're a mother. But that's it.
Yeah.
She understands that like things are going to get in the way.
Yeah.
She
Especially since
can
we're only able to leave the town at a certain time, so like.
she can worry for another day.
Well, it is even that like she can worry for another day, but like Serenity said, like there's no point in going there, and like they just have to stay there anyway because they can't get to where the kid is, and would have to just stay there with the kid and like figure out logistics to keep the kid safe from the person, assuming they don't just outright kill the person,
Yeah,
which is probably frowned upon. I wouldn't know.
You're just a bard.
I don't know. It
I
depends.
So, yes, I think we will be staying here, Madam Serpent.
You can refer to me as Mirror
A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I would shake your hand, but
Eye. Through the
yeah,
snake's eyes comes just a momentary reflection. Not reflection, a projection. Basically a mirror, not mirror image. Fuck, you just used the spell. Minor illusion.
Yes.
And she makes a version of herself. And as you look upon her eyes, they look blinded, almost reflecting around her. But as she looks around, you can actually see her latching onto things that she can see. She is very regal. But soon the spell releases again. I believe there will be a day when you come to meet me. It will be a welcome. But it is best off you rest. This place is unsafe, even if you were to stand guard. Don't you worry, they have an alarm spell written around them right now.
Yep. Oh, I'm aware now.
Come, I will show you the way. James, will join in a little while. Before we do move, Miss Georgia,
Yes.
would you feel most comfortable sleeping with Jangy or Camry? I will warn,
Oh,
Camry's room is extremely messy and has gadgets, gizmos, and the odd beaker full of whatever. It's exactly what it sounds like.
perfect. I'll take that one.
And you're I do be warned, there's glass on the floor as well.
Sounds like
Jangy's
a typical
is
Tuesday.
fair. Jangy is far cleaner. I would recommend, and she looks over to you, Sylvester, you room with her. She has a room divider, so you'll have. She lifts her head, looking over at her child, scenting something.
Privacy?
Alright, let's see. She's not looking at you right now. She's looking over here while she was talking.
Over where? Sorry. I was looking at my sheet. Okay.
Over at her child. And I'm sure you don't mind spending time with Svas. Looking at you, Sarmenti.
Not at all. I'm completely content being with wherever is most convenient for you all, as long as I don't have to be within the wind's reach of the pond, I'll be fine.
You will be safe. This is far from, well, anything. Far
Good.
enough away. Follow me. The snake sprouts out little wings that are dove-like, similar to hers. And she just flies. It doesn't last for very long, but it does stop. Is there anything y'all want to do on this map before we move?
I eat all the bodies.
That's a lot of poison.
I couldn't hear what you said. Because God here feels it's necessary to release his bodily gaseous forms of fluids in the middle of me asking such an important inquiry.
That's a lot of acid damage.
There we go.
Yeah, I can do it again if you like. I just need to charge it up. I need to roll a
Hi.
5% on my D6.
Anything you'd like to do on this map before we move to the next?
Nope.
Alright, I'm going to grab y'all, copy. Nope, that only copied one thing. There we go. Copy. I'm gonna paste y'all up here. Grab this. Copy. We'll grab J&D later. It takes another hour and a half to get there, and by now the sun was setting properly. But I'm gonna move her here. He's in here. Snake bomb goes close to the fire. And there y'all go. Y'all enter a little clearing. It's got some bushes with some rocks. There's some berry bushes here and here. But it is very oddly silent.
How should I be a disruption and a problem for everybody?
I don't know, but there's probably multiple ways that you can achieve this.
Yes, I know exactly. Sarmenti is going to just very loudly stage whisper, "Why is it so quiet?"
Jesus Christ.
Camry's just making s'mores.
Should I do?
Miller,
Should I do a
are we
song?
on?
Yeah, are we supposed to be on a different map actually?
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Fuck!
that's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to
I'm so
say.
sorry.
Oh, I know exactly what I should do.
I forgot that was a thing I had to do. I'm
Yeah, you're
tired.
good. Oh,
It's
you
okay.
already had me there. Now there's two Zarmentis. All right. I know what I can do now. Thank you for putting us on this map.
I'm so
You
sorry.
know, at times like this, we need a song.
Before he does, as he says that, can Joyden just go hide in the tent, please?
You're rooming with Camry.
Mm-hmm.
She points you over that way.
That way. Okay, sweet. And that's my way of saying, it's alright if I dip. I need to sleep because I got work early tomorrow.
That's fine, but do me a small favor.
Yes.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw for the night.
Uh-oh.
This was our last thing that I was going to do.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
thank you.
good. Okay.
Good
No
night.
context.
Nope, I'll
now,
DM it to you.
now I can't sleep. Fuck. Alright.
Do you want to
Thank
get
you.
yours over with right now?
No. I need to. My
Alright.
brain is so fried today. I'm so sorry.
You're
But thank you for
perfectly
the session.
fine.
Thank you for the session.
Don't worry, Belle. You're gonna want to
Alright.
go to sleep when you see what I have planned for my song.
It'll
Night
be
night.
up at some point this week.
Yeah, let's go.
Love you, Belle. Oh,
Love you. Yep,
All right.
she's tired.
I'm gonna pull out my loot. All right, guys. I call this one the Campfire Song. Let's gather around the campfire and sing our campfire song. Our CMPFIRESONG song. And if you don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it'll help if you just sing along.
From
You like?
inside the tent behind you, you hear Spas. Put that away. He's not here. Thank you. If you continue to make a racket, I will destroy your instrument.
He like hugs it like, well, it's not my instrument.
Well, I know how to manipulate you. Thank you. He goes back in.
He just like he looks very just distraught. Like it's like literally like the anime depressed effect where it's like dark cloud over their face.
Yeah.
He just has that as he like slowly packs up his loot and just pouts like I wanted to sing a song.
Camry is
could I
laughing.
roll?
Go ahead.
Could I roll investigation? Actually, no, not investigation because I am a McDummy. Could I roll perception on the area to kind of get a feel for the atmosphere of this place since we're no longer in poo poo land?
Sure.
20.
While the scent has completely died down, there is still a fleeting feeling of dread and almost emptiness, as if anything within a certain radius of the acid pool, unless it had a good reason to come out, is staying away.
So it feels like I'm being watched, or that we're being watched. Something like that.
Without the actually being watched part, yeah. It's the paranoia due to extreme silence.
Is that an apple twee?
No, it's just a regular tree. There's a bear
Is
sleeping over
that
here.
Berry, yeah, I just saw that berry bush.
and berry bush.
Berries?
However, you're
Berry
gonna need to
and
make a nature check to see if they're. Wait, is it nature survival to tell if they're edible?
I feel like it would. I feel like that's up to you.
I feel like you could make the argument for either, honestly.
We'll just use
They're
both
kind of the
whenever
same
I
thing.
can't remember, so we'll go nature.
Oh wait, I know the difference. Nature is if I can tell by looks. Survival is if I can tell by like inspection. Because
Well,
one
which
is using your senses and one is using intelligence.
Well, which one would you prefer? I'll give you the
And
decision.
considering I have a -2 in nature and a +7 in survival, I think I'd prefer my nature. I mean survival.
You can take your nature. I mean survival.
Okay, I'm gonna roll my nature. I mean survival.
Yeah.
Do any of my cats give me advantage?
No, because cats are purely herbivore or carnivores.
God damn it!
However, 13 is enough because they're just a raspberry bush. You've seen them plenty of times.
He's going to look over. Which one is this? I can't tell because they're all human.
Camry.
He's gonna look over the camera and be like, "Are those your berry bushes over there, or are they just wild?"
There are berry bushes. Well, that's new. Honestly, probably Janji made them grow, but they're wild.
Do you mind if I pick some? I was gonna use it to feed my bunny. And Bullet pops out of his head, of his little floof, because I remember I'm storing a bunny inside of my fur.
Camry is stretching her whole body before she speaks. Sure. I couldn't give two fucks.
Right, well that sounds perfect. Gives me something to do before bed. Which, by the way, which tent do I go in? I don't want to accidentally intrude.
Mine's to the top left. Janji's is to the top right. She's already gone to the room.
So I'm in this one.
You're in the top right.
Does that
Okay.
Does that mean I'm in the middle?
Yep, you're in the bigger one.
Cool.
So I am bunking with the snake and the
snake lady.
coral.
Yep.
Nice. They were nice people.
All of them are people.
He's just gonna look over at Chicken Sandwich. Now I urge you to behave. I will be right back. You sit right there, and I will be back.
He's asleep. You pick up a sleeping cat, and he's just knocked out.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna leave you there for now. Hey, Sarmenti, make sure nothing attacks him.
I will guard him with my life. I do like a mock salute.
Good enthusiasm, boy. That's him.
I'm just fucking on guard now.
He also did specifically add enthusiasm, so he doesn't have to call him a good boy.
Correct.
No, that's the sky. That's the pretty sky lady.
That's Sky Mommy.
Can I roll a D100 to see how many berries I get?
Sure. You get 73 berries.
Incredible.
Alright, now...
You managed to find one blueberry in it.
Oh my god, I'm a fucking legend. Hold on.
You know what I'm referencing, right?
Not at all.
It's a joke to the Pokeballs.
Oh, I see. It's a... Well, in that case, I will just roll D10s.
No.
Okay. Alright, so before I add the berries, how many D100s is this bush, considering there's much more? Yes, he is picking
3.
every single one.
3d10s.
Oh, 3D10s.
Yeah, or 100, sorry. 3d100s.
Since you...
I'll let it go this once. You get 163 berries and, I don't know, 24 blueberries.
Fucking score! Alright, so 166, then I have 70 left, so then we add that. Alright, that means I have 236 raspberries. There should be enough treats for everybody.
The only one who eats it is your bunny.
Nah, he's going to give it to, like, the squirrel eventually. And, like, all the others will be like, oh, good boy, you get a belly now.
That's fair.
You know
It's
what
his-
I'm gonna be doing? I'm gonna be marching back and forth while he's doing this like a fucking soldier. Just making sure
Make me a
chicken
dexterity
sandwich-
check.
Just pure dexterity.
Yep.
I swear to God, if you wake up the cat.
Camry
23.
tries to trip you, but you're too on guard. Haha.
Yeah, I fucking jump over. I do like a little fucking cartwheel to make it more like flourishy. And I go, ha ha! I'm on guard. You can't trip me up. He puts a hand on his chest for emphasis. Being
Camry
pretty
just
bummed
gives you a
out.
smirk and goes, I'm pretty sure I can still trip you up in just a different way.
Okay, but then I'd enjoy it.
She gets up, grabs you. She's taller than you. She's 6'4". Grabs you by your
Incredible.
chin, pulls you close to her, and just holds you there and goes, I know you would.
Ooh, he does like a fucking blush on his mask. He's like, no, don't tempt me with a good time, miss.
You are then
You-
bonked on the head. Actually, you're hit upside the head, Leroy Jethro Gibbs style.
Does he like drop me immediately after, or does he keep holding on to me?
You're dropped, slapped, and she's turned around.
He comedically lands flat on his back and backwards somersaults 3 times before getting up on his feet, and then does a big bow.
Make me an
Acrobatic.
acrobatics check?
Yeah,
You do that.
yeah, I do that.
Instead
do
of
that
doing a
quite
bow,
gracefully.
can you land in a Yamcha death pose?
No, because that's how he landed initially. He's in a Yamcha death pose, and then he just does a fucking cartwheel or a fucking somersault backwards. He just rolls along the ground and then just pops up to his feet. Dun-dun!
Yeah, that one
You're
wakes
gonna wake
the
up
cat.
the cat.
Well, yeah, he doesn't do that, but it's like the fucking the dun thing
Yeah.
in shows. It's he does the pose that you do in that.
Yeah.
So, before Sylvester goes to bed, he's going to be paranoid and check the trees.
You find a perception roll, please. You find
Is
a
my
really
cat helping me?
sure. You find a really teeny tiny breed of owl. It looks at you, screeches, and flies away.
God damn it, you knew I was gonna try and tame it.
You're a predator, dude. You gotta remember that.
Wait, no, I had a berry for. God damn it.
Cat just watches it. Angeline tilts
I
her
feel
head.
like she'd just give me. I feel like she'd give me a sassy look of "nice job, bozo."
That's exactly what she's doing.
Hey, you're absolutely right to give me that look. Alright, I'm gonna check this tree and then we can settle down.
Those are bushes. Oh, that one, okay. Perception. One more time. 18. You don't find any animals that aren't termites.
So it's termite infested.
Yeah, and it's looking pretty bad.
Gross. And you know what? Just for good measure.
He's gonna
Might as well.
this one.
Nah, this bush. Because things can hide it. He's making sure there is nothing out of the ordinary hiding before they go to sleep.
You
This is
find like
his
a
autistic-
foot-long millipede.
A foot-long millipede.
And it crawls right over your foot.
He immediately jumps back and tries to grab it.
It is running in the direction of the rocks.
He is going to try and grab it.
Okay. Make, I don't even know what the grapple
Athletics.
check? Athletics? I don't know. You grab
19.
it. You now have a very angry bug in your hand.
Hey, Sarmenti, I found something.
What?
I found something. Come over here, quick.
I'm gonna try to quietly go around so not wake up the Kimpton.
The cat is upside down on its back, one paw up, and then all the others are just laid out.
I would like to pet his belly as I pass.
Sleight of hand check then.
Am I gonna get scratched? Probably. But he's a
If not, you're going to
dumbass.
get bitten.
Yeah, you're good.
7. Yeah, belly scratches. You get belly scratches. Good boy. Yeah, what's up, big guy?
Hold out your hand and close your eyes.
Why?
I found something that I think you will enjoy.
What?
I would like you to do this now.
Why?
The sooner you do this, the less I have to inquire.
I'm going to close my eyes and hold out my hand, but I'm going to do that thing where you squint really tightly and keep your eyes barely open so that it looks like my eyes are closed.
He can't see your eyes, you got a mask.
Exactly.
I put the millipede on his hand and arm.
I fucking immediately jerk my hand back.
Okay, wait. So I'm looking at the map, and I don't know if you can see my stream really quickly, but it looks like a little zombie face.
Oh my god, it does a little bit.
Jesus Christ. He's doing duck lips, too.
Oh, I don't think he's doing that looks. I think he's going,
He has a little fucking piece of hair. Anyway, yeah. So Renee, like, as soon as he sees what you're doing, his hand, like, immediately, like, jerks back, probably, like, throwing the millipede, like, 5 feet to the side in doing so.
The millipede is now pissed off and booking it.
Why would you do that? That's mean.
I thought it'd be funny.
That was fucking funny. You make pats on the like, in your
Big
first
pats him on
second,
the
you
back.
make, like, you might have genuinely hurt him, and he's like, nah, fuck it. That was fucking good.
He pats his back. Glad you're a good sport.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll admit when I've been fucking punked. Is it punked? I don't know.
It was either that or that thing would have probably been in one of our tents.
I would appreciate it if you didn't do that. I do.
No, not by me. Got it out of the bush so they didn't accidentally crawl in there.
Oh, well, I thought that they had yield zippers.
I can crawl under.
Yeah, I'm gonna crawl under your bed. What?
Ye
Wouldn't be the
old.
first time one of you did that.
Actually, I was crawling under you, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, and what was I to you?
A good pillow.
I rest my case. As he picks up the cat fireman style on the other shoulder that the other cat is not on.
I'm gonna make a.
You gonna make a?
It stays knocked out. It is tired.
Eat.
Christ, yeah, really, I'm knocked out.
It is a cat version of snoring at this point.
He go.
I look to my other cat. I look to Angeline.
Look to Angeline, okay.
Is it Angeline?
Angeline.
Angeline.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get this down eventually. Sorry, this is the first time I've had something that's not named something stupid.
I know. And that's because she's got pride.
June? He's just going to look to her and be like, so, while I walk back to the tent, what kind of feline, I think, are you? I've never heard or seen your kind knit. As he's just going to the tent.
She looks
He's
at
just
you.
talking to a fucking cat.
She looks at you, tilts her head, and goes, "Unknown." She doesn't know
Oh,
who she is,
no.
Jolly.
Alright, that makes more sense. Have you seen more of your species?
Yes? No.
Yes, no. So, on and off, that makes more sense. Well, I guess I should ask this. Where's the father? Unless something happened.
She just looks at you like, "I don't know."
What can your kind do? Is there anything of note? No, I'm not trying to think that you are expected to do anything besides talk. Talking is
She lifts a
something.
small rock and lets it drop on your head with her mind.
Oh, so you got tele tel Teletubby. Yeah, niece.
Telekinesis.
Yes, that's the word. Sorry, I'm not really that. This is all very new to me as well. Um. So you could do telekinesis. You can talk. You know that there are more of you. You don't know where the father of this young one is. All right, that makes sense.
J&T is in bed, but rather than laying down to sleep, she is in meditation.
She is what?
In meditation.
That's fair. Hmm. I got it. He's going to bring out a bedroll specifically for them and have it because I assume that there's bedding here unless there's not. Is
Oh
there?
yeah, there's bedding. It's not
Yeah.
like amazing, but it's better than a bedroll.
Yeah, he's going to lay out a bedroll for them and he's going to place chicken sandwich on the edge so they got their own like little section.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to pretty much just like make his backpack, explorer's pack, all like his equipment like a divider so they get their own privacy.
There's already,
And
there's one between you and J&T as well.
yeah, so he's going to give them like their own little space to rest.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much.
Love.
All right.
Wolf indeed.
So with that, he's going to place a divider. I gotta go get something real fast. That's you take a.
Yes. I'm going to say goodnight to anyone that was there as I was leaving. And I'm
Hammer.
going to. Yes, she was literally the only one that was there. I'm going to say goodnight to her, and then I'm going to go up to my tent. I'm going to unzip it. Because obviously that has a zipper in the fucking 1300s. Clearly. Normal technology. I go into the opening, close it behind me. I'm gonna find my fucking bed, a free one. Are they like individual rooms, or is it like just one big communal space of a tent with just beds everywhere?
His is extremely advanced in terms of it is two spaces with a large, like, I mean, it's a room divider, but it's made out of the tent's fabric.
Right.
And it's, he just looks at you as you enter. It's really clean, but at the same time, it's very cluttered with everything he's working on.
Right.
He looks up to you and goes, "Your space is on the other side of the..."
Appreciate it. And if you could do me a favor and knock before entering, whenever you wake me up, unless I just wake up before you. All right?
I
Appreciate it.
do not intend to.
Even better. That's all. Appreciate it. I won't bother you anymore. Continue on with your work. I'll look forward to talking to you later.
Correct.
I will go to my side instead of saying some sort of dumb quip, even
Now,
though he was very tempted to.
probably for the better you don't.
Yeah.
I am just being honest with you, my guy.
Listen, I know that, but Sarmenti is. You would, but he won't for now because he just fucking had enough fun for today.
Are you going straight to bed or are you doing anything before?
Pretty much the only thing that he'll be doing before like going to bed, other than like taking off his armor and like putting all of his things to the side and whatnot, would be like making sure to take care of his instrument a little bit, make sure that it's well oiled, well cared for, make sure that all the strings are well tuned and whatnot, make sure all the knobs and niches are tied or screwed in correctly. Because there's like the thing at the top of that where it's like the little screws that you adjust in like an instrument. He's making sure those are all right. Basically, just making sure to do any minor repairs and upkeep that he needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then once he has that all done, because I think the lute and the viol are the only instruments that he has. So once both of those have been properly cared for and maintained and put to the side, and he is in his gesture pattern pajamas, he is actually going to take off his mask, since he is actually alone in bed for the first time in ages.
Mm-hmm.
And as someone that will make sure that he doesn't get disturbed, because this guy seems like he would actually take it seriously, and he'll put his mask to the side and just chill out in bed before he goes to sleep. Just kind of think about the day and how crazy it's been.
Yeah. Make
That's it.
me, as you fall asleep, a wisdom saving throw, please.
I'm good at these. I'm good at these.
Okay. You finally got a bad one.
Let's go!
However, you didn't nat one. So you didn't get the shit.
Let's go!
And yours is very simple. As you fade into sleep, you are taken back to a memory. You are back home. You are back specifically at the scene that caused your whole life to change. The one that you enacted on, Sarmenti.
Correct.
And before you stands the ghostly figure of your father, of whom you had probably not really thought too much about. And how long has it been now?
Too long at this point.
He looked
Ages.
like he did that day before all went down. And he looks at you with a look of pity and almost disgust, but not quite.
Oh,
And all he says to you is, out of everything I have taught you, you have just disappointed me with this.
He just kind of winces.
Make me a perception check.
Okay, I'm good at these too. Okay, cool.
Okay, good. We're gonna have one more check for you after this. You see something out of the corner. You know how when people are talking about ghosts appearing behind furniture that they shouldn't be able to because there's a wall behind it?
Yeah.
You see someone really hard to make out. Any features, except for a big grin. Roll me an insight check. Knowing how your
Okay.
father was, I'll give you advantage on this.
Alright, 7.
You can't tell. The words of your father stung a lot deeper than maybe you ever thought it would.
Yeah?
Maybe it's because you haven't thought about him in many a moon. Or
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's just the fact you don't know if it's something he would be ashamed of or not. All you
All true.
know is that it's truly just a nightmare. A mild one, but a nightmare nonetheless. Sylvester, I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Awesome. Hold on 1 second. French fries.
Are they crunky though?
Or Popeyes. Popeyes fries. Don't worry, I made sure they'll also get a chicken sandwich.
How dare
Good.
you eat your child cub?
I am not going to eat that one. No.
Okay.
No nightmares.
Nightmare.
You are transported back to that beautiful field, surrounded in trees and bushes and rocks, where you had last seen your best friend, your father, and your sister. But rather than hiding, your little sister is sitting out on one of the rocks with some flowers in her hands. And she looks up to you holding a wreath of flowers to put on your head.
I will kneel down so she can.
She puts it on, and she smiles. You seem to be doing better, big brother. How do you feel?
Not too sure. I feel the things around me get foggy whenever I start to think about it. I've taken solace in really letting my ignorance take over. That's why I just go with the flow now. It's allowed me to think about you guys a bit more. So I think I'm content for now.
That's good. I mean, I think the night sky lady says that I shouldn't worry when you're overstressed, because that's just the world that you live in right now.
Yeah, fortunately is. How are you doing, little bug?
I'm okay. The mean people haven't been back for a while. And the nice sky lady has been taking care of us. From a distance. She can't really interfere. Something about it's not her world anymore. So she can't really walk on it. I don't know what that means. But she was able to grow, and she just hands you a beautiful flower with stars completely enveloped into it. She made this for me.
Do I recognize this flower?
No.
Okay. He's going to hold it, and just to make her feel happy, he's going to, like, put it behind his ear. It looks beautiful. How do I look?
She giggles. You look beautiful. Oh, she also gave me something for, and she goes looking through all her little knick-knack pouches. And she hands you a key. She
What
didn't
would
tell
this
me
be?
what it's for. She just said that you need it soon. Something about a vault in a very bad man's house. I think. I don't know. I
Vault,
don't
you say?
remember.
Oh, it's all right, little bug. Vault. Wait a second. Can I roll history to see if the mission we would be on would involve anything with a vault
Sure.
or like a man?
Well, it does straight up involve a man. But you don't remember anything about a vault.
Did she say where this vault was or the importance of it?
She said some things for a bit. Um. mm, I don't remember where she said it was, but all she said was that within lies the answer to why the acid came. I don't know what acid is.
Something you should never do.
Okay.
I think that's the wrong kind of message.
He held that like big brother finger up as well, like you should never do that. No, no.
She just blinks confused and agrees to never do it.
Alright, well, thank you for the information. I'll be sure to keep in mind everything you've told me.
Before you go and sweet big mother, hug. And she opens up her arms. Her frail skin and bone arms.
He will pick her up and kind of just lightly pat her, holding her head over his shoulder, kind of like burping a baby, and just kind of embracing it.
Mm-hmm.
I miss you.
I miss you too, big brother.
Don't worry. Make everything right in time.
I know you will. The Sky Lady says you should. She believes in you.
That makes one of us.
I believe in
I guess that makes two.
you.
As he poops her nose.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, you get sweep, okay?
Alright. Hopefully I'll see you again.
You will. She hops out of your arms, shakes off, and then runs into the bushes to hide.
As she's going off, he'll just aimlessly say, but say it a little bit too late. Love you, Bug. Guess I'm calling her Bug now.
I'm okay with
You-
that.
Funny reference.
It is a funny reference, but it's also cute.
It is cute.
It's a cute nickname,
I
Jill.
will have to do the end of Izza's in DMs. But that is marking stream done.
Woo! I can't believe it took me this long to finally get a nightmare with how low my wisdom is.
Fucking right, you've been getting so lucky, my guy.
Even when I got low rolls before, I didn't roll low enough to get it.
No, you didn't. It's a regular nightmare is pretty low, and then these two just kept getting nat ones.
Okay, now.
We're
Hey, at
going to
least
go raid my friend Sand.
Heck.
I've not eaten.
Well, you should do that now.
Dude,
I will be in like a few minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you, 3. Isabel included, though she's not here for coming. I hope
May she rest
session
in
was nice and
peace.
comfy.
it was. I like the
Uh,
part of playing a song.
I like the part where Spuzz threatened to break her instrument.
And then he cried.
Yes. Sand is playing BattleBit Remastered. I don't know what this is, but it's a shooter game that looks like it belongs on the, Roblox.
Ew.
But he is
Are you
friend.
sure? Are you sure about this?
Yes, I am. We're gonna go right out to him. And thank you all for being here. I appreciate it a lot. This will be going up on YouTube within
Like
the
and
week.
subscribe.
Yes. And I will see you all. I don't know. I'm not consistent. Bye!
Let's go!
Wow.